A new territory for the battle. On the T side, complexity. Plenty of nades, what's the call? Pressure high, and odds against them.
Rain's got a lot of space. 4 players stacked towards B. FaZe ready to lock horns. Complexity, here it comes.
They're stacked up. Grim, he's got so much to deal with, hiding in plain sight though. What is good? So flashed. It was Robs' flash. Brokey profits. It's Robs with him. Even exchanges. They've overlooked it. He's not dead. And neither are they. A 3-on-3. Robs falls back. It's JT that tips the scales in Complexity's favor.
Yeah, this 4-man stack is falling apart for FaZe here. 3 versus 2. Bear in mind, the bomb's not down right now. A player smoked off towards short as Robs and Ray. Quite the deadly duo to deal with this predicament. But Cole, they're biding their time. They're not rushing this one. They've still got a minute on the clock, waiting for the next pick.
Rain and Robs disconnected, but can strike in unison all the same. There's patience from Complexity. Oh, and JT's got the bomb, but he's got the eyes on the prize, gets the shot, job done. Robs, too much on his plate, I say that, with a quick click, he makes it a 1v2. Still not planting, not in a hurry. Oh, and it's costing them! Does it really cost them everything? Not like this to start. Halzag, the pressure rises, no armor on him. The flash, the ping. Oh! What a way to get this grand final started!
That really does set the tone. Complexity trying to play it by the book, not trying to rush the situation. They don't get the bomb down, they find the picks, but Robs absolutely destroys them. A 4-man stack toward the B bomb site. They are 1 step ahead, and it's Robs closing things out cleanly, ice cold, as he takes down Halzag there, but the bomb was at least planted.
Oh, cool by name, cool by nature. That is massive from Rob and Cool. A huge round to pick up and a clutch to settle the nerves of the FaZe camp. That's one way to start this grand final campaign. But that bomb went down, Alex. We know what that means. Complexity can bounce back with a very potent force buy. Galil's out in force, even a couple of AKs.
Yeah, who are they going to test? It seems like it might be none other than Rain on long side.
Oh, hell of a position for that M4, but JT cracks things open, finds Brokey towards the bathrooms here. An early advantage here. Complexity losing the pistol, but the bomb goes down. Rifles across the board.
Oh, well, Rain might need a double kill. They're testing him.
It's all or nothing, and he will take 2. Necessary and beautifully executed to keep things tied up nicely.
But look at the reaction. FaZe are aware that there are a lot of bodies over towards A. They're going to try and take some real estate over towards this B site. Carrigan calling Monster somewhat clear. Twist peering out short. Nothing to report.
The problem is, though, I guess we've got a couple of smokes available for Complexity, but that's about it. You can see a distinct lack of information for FaZe. What's the reaction here? We have got Robs pushing down towards long, trying to find something here, trying to confirm that B call. 2 players waiting otherwise, but it's the FAMASs waiting. Carrigan desperately holding onto the smoke here, trying to deny access, and they've given away a shot there. That smoke goes down. That's the cue for Carrigan. That locks them out for another 15 seconds here. They're going to have to readdress the issue now, maybe go back towards short, but Twist, what a tournament he's had. He's ready and waiting. His FAMAS is red hot right now.
And this Twist, 1 and done. JT trying to get into the site. They don't know about Carrigan. 20 seconds, and from behind, Robs will strike. Awkward for Floppy now. With only 18 seconds, he considers the plant. Punching in the code. Carrigan's got him dead to rights. And the force buy falls flat for Complexity.
You can see how fired up Twist got just there. You know what that means. A free round coming up. You deal with that force buy. You completely deny it. They're unable to get any traction in Complexity, and this is great. If you can keep a team who don't know what it feels like to play in a grand final stage quiet immediately, they're on ice, Henry.
I love this positioning from Rain as well. He knew he needed a double kill there, and he delivers on all fronts. Massive frag from Carrigan as well, denying that plant, making sure there's no cash going forward. It should be not very much to speak of here.
Hold up.
Have they bought?
Yeah, well, at least there's one investment.
We've got the Hero AK-47. It's very meta right now. Pistols otherwise, a couple of Glocks in the mix. But Elige, what a player he is. Bear in mind, no helmet, but he has got the AK-47 in hand. If they're going to do anything with this round, he needs to find his pick towards long. The element of surprise will work in their favor, and they're going for a nice little boost here on top of the slide.
Yeah. Brokey, he stays reserved, doesn't take any engagements, but it's Rain that looks like he's going to get a little inquisitive and profits from it. Tap it away. That's Elige revealing the AK. Oh dear, hang on. Robs, you got a bit hungry for that one. The double dig. destruction from Halzerk.
Well, 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 now we have got a round on our hands. They'll recover the rifles, they've taken damage en route, but they're sticking together. The Wolfpack mentality as 3 players make their way towards long. Bomb on the back of Floppy here.
This would be a sobering round to lose after the first 2.
Yeah, this one will make FaZe have to reflect on that aggression. Might have to reel it in because they're packing a punch.
Just one flash here, bear in mind. They've got no utility to smoke off bank or spawn Karrigan. It's a prime position, but again, he'll need a couple of frags here. There's the flash. It's a beauty as well. It completely shuts Karrigan down, and now Twist will have to be the hero, rotating in from connector, but he's got so much to deal with here. Great first shot. Can he find the second? Not going to happen. And it's the hero AK-47 of Elige that posts the first round of complexity.
We thought the hard work was done. You win against the Force Buy, you denied the plant, you're expecting them here to be on an eco that dropped AK. JT putting a lot of trust in his superstar, the newest pickup delivering immediately, and Halzerk's Deagle. Elige knows he's had to mature in this. He can't be the tilter for the team. He has to keep them on the straight and narrow, and this will allow these players like your Halzerks, like your Grims, like your Floppies to enable and find these impact frags. Massive work, and you can see just how fired up Halzerk gets. That was a nothing round.
I mean, Halzerk's Deag has definitely gotten under the skin of FaZe Clan, and a response in kind. Deagles and Kevlar. Early space taken.
Yeah, huge advantage, of course, here for complexity. It is the Force Buy from FaZe. Trying to make that MP9 work at range. Doesn't work out. Significant damage towards Floppy, but it's a double kill for complexity. 5 versus 3 now, and it's 2 Deagles and a 5-7. 1 smoke remaining on the CT side, and they've got pretty much all their manpower on this B side of the map. Rain would have to do something unthinkable on this side of the map to do anything with the round. Yeah, that was his chance.
Yeah, he's missed off that first Deag shot. Won't get many more opportunities. It's in Complexity's interest to keep this one by the book. Floppy, he has conceded the first. Karrigan, but immediately punished for his over-aggression. Just 2 of these sidearms remaining, and it's Rain rotating through. Good nade damage to soften Brokey further. Still, a 1-shot headshot would have been nice, and that's exactly what Rain provides.
Well, Brokey, can he find anything here on the B bomb side? It's desperate now. He's low on health. Rain will join him as well, but Complexity patient as ever, biding their time and picking up the second round. Bear in mind, that was the Force Buy from FaZe as well. That's a massive round to pick up, considering they lost the first 2, and then the hero AK-47 getting them in his prime position now. They are in a great spot. They should take the lead 3-2.
Yeah, well, that's what we said about Complexity a moment ago.
Right.
I don't expect the CTs to be able to invest in anything just as crazy. So this is a chance for us to...
There's not even the option to get the Famous out there,
No.
because there's nothing to even bring to the table. It has to be USPs across the board.
And in terms of bogey strategies that you can do on a map like Overpass, you really just have to hope that they walk into the stack. But with the Rangers favoring them, I don't really see much that FaZe can do in a round like this. A HE to disperse the smoke. Grim, you're getting stuck right in the face. The MAC-10, 1 done, but more players noted.
Yeah, and that's the main issue. Knowing where they are, because once you do, JT handles it. Light work.
Hey, an in-game leader's dream. Some stat padding with the eco frags, and that's likely while the smile comes onto the face.
Absolutely. We're going to round 6. He's already at 9 frags. That's an amazing performance from JT so far. Easy spray down, but you take it all day long. No real trouble there. It's a nice little approach from FaZe. They managed to pick up a kill, but that's about it. Now, what's the cash looking like going forward? You know the AWP is a point of contention right now in CS2. It's difficult to bring it out, especially if you get reset in the manner that FaZe have, and they're going to bring out a tactical timeout, bringing in Neo to kind of raise the spirits and hopefully work out the problem here.
I want to really lean into that point, Henry. Neo's been quite liberal with taking these timeouts when he feels it's necessary, and this is a key moment. It's the first real quote-unquote gun round that we're about to see of this first half of play, the first of the grand final. So I like that Neo is just letting them take this moment to regather themselves, find out how they want to open. The last thing, a quick 20 seconds, you haven't decided exactly how you want to open, and then you lose another round and into another eco. So very important, especially in MR12.
And just to note as well, Halzerk not going for the AWP here, bringing out that Krieg once again, which he's been doing absolute work with all tournament long. Of course, not the same luxury available here for FaZe Clan. They'll be operating with M4s across the board here. Floppy with the initial utility, trying to get that short control. Molotov's down, and it's Rain combated with Brokey. Great opening frag, just what they needed here. Can they peel off?
Heading a B.
Full space onto the B site, up short now. Twist is caught off guard. Elige gets one, Floppy the other. And that is the site, the bomb. A little bit late, it's Halzerk bringing it through.
They're rerouting all the way around the world here. They know they don't have any territory to do so, and this is going to milk an awful lot of time off the clock.
And bear in mind, there's no kits, no utility on the CT side. You might be considering saving at this point, unless someone finds a great opening frag that is not in position to do anything with this. I think it's a locked-in round.
I do love the call there, direct towards B, knowing that FaZe, lacking util, likely going to be going aggressive towards A. Look at Rob. Sure, he's gone around the world and been able to cotton them off here, but as you mentioned, no kits. This one looks hopeless.
I think they're just looking for exit to this point, and that's just going to be a minor victory if they find a couple. It's more important they hold on to the little they have, the 3 M4s. Bear in mind, no kits, no utility. Loss bonus, not really an amazing spot. They'll get $2,900 into the next round.
Silenced M4s are plenty at least.
That's true.
Not anymore.
Not worth it in my opinion, Rob.
Yeah, really not necessary. Trying to keep tabs on the economy, but as we could see before the bomb went off, a lot of the players there already had about 6K for the likes of Cole. Now that's closer to 10. This is a great start for the North American. Yeah, exactly. Rob's really overcooking it right there.
And after such a heroic pistol round, he's had a couple back-to-back, which will humble him. Got to keep his mentality clean.
Interesting approach that you've gone for here on the FaZe side. They haven't pushed all in. Knowing the loss bonus maxed out into the next, they've kind of hedged their bets. So half investments from the 3 from the grave. Rops, Twist, and Carrigan with a weapon of choice.
Oh, what's the maneuver here? They're going to need a gimmick. They're going to need a boost. Exactly. We're going to see some of the jumping MP9 chat. Grenades do a little bit of damage towards Robs, but this is his best bet. He'll have to jump over the wall, hopefully get a dink on the jump up, and we'll see if he can pull it off here. It's a high-risk maneuver. Doesn't usually work out, but it's going to be JT once again, cracking things open towards the B bomb side. Robs does pull one back. The boost from the MP9 does at least get them one, but the round is over. It wasn't a full investment, but still a very convincing round here for Complexity.
And 5 already on the T side of Overpass. Yep. This is great, at least if you're talking about a 3-mapper grand final.
And without the pistol, this is 5 sequential T-side rounds.
And JT with 12 kills.
Yo.
In-game leader getting a bit of a buff on the stage right now. And we know he's had some hit and miss performances throughout IEM Sydney. Some have been good, some have been quite miserable. But when you're having a call and hit those headies, he's doing a very good job.
So Rain once again, the unenviable task, trying to hold on to the one rifle they have. This B bomb side starting to become a bit of an issue here. Complexity with full control. 4 players surviving once again. Money starting to rack up for them. I think we've got 5 digits on a few players here. That's going to be 5 rounds in a row, Chad. After going down 2-0 here. $11,000 on Floppy. $12,000 for Halser. He can bring out that orb no problem if he wants to, but I don't think they even need it at this point.
What's the point at this pace? The fact that they're able to pounce it towards the site really working in their favor. And that AWP for Brokey will finally come out. So let's see if they want to go for an aggressive opening on the FaZe side.
Oh, it looks like Rain and Brokey are going to be just the 2 men responsible for containing this side of the map.
This is essentially a default round from FaZe.
Yeah, and it's Brokey's orb, the difference made.
Oh, no.
He's actually only tagged him.
Through the rock, I think. So that flashbang stifling. Needs a bit of backup from Rain here. They've absolute master of the toilet position. Yeah, right through the rock. You hate to see that. And the first frag will be coming in for Floppy. He's been an absolute demon this tournament. And another opening frag has been found for Complexity. Oh, they've got so much time as well. They can just go for a full execution here, knowing that FaZe have to react. And Rain, he's pushing long, and actually the timing could work out for him. JT has vacated the position. It will be that B execution coming through.
Yeah, a lot of information, so at least they can hedge their bets with Brokey, you would think. Lining up for their util on the go. Smoked off for now. But they want to go through this. This has to be perfect from Robson Carrigan. Oh, a 6th is coming. Look at that. That's a lockdown. Spray down. Robs with 3. Halzak 1 and done. And JT no health in the 1v3. We talked about his clutches, but not here. Not now. And Twist keeping the atmosphere high for FaZe Clan. They needed that one.
Yeah, very important. But we did talk about FaZe getting a bit of a buff, right? This should be where they feel like at home on this stage. So still just trying to work themselves in towards this grand final. But you talk about opening picks. We saw Floppy finding the opening exchange this time around. I think they've so far got 6 out of the 8 rounds of play thus far. And that's on the T side. They're doing a great job with these opening picks.
The only thing I didn't like about that from Complexity, there was 40 seconds left on the clock, and they've opted to go through the smoke there. Full gray screen, enabling Robs to get that massive spray down there. Like Alex said, exactly what FaZe Clan needed here. They've got a nice full buy here. The kicks are out, the utilities there, and Grim, fast pace through the connector. Floppy looking to crack things open once again. Fearless up towards Shaw. He's got to connect. He's done it once again, but Carrigan takes him down.
And JT's gone too. 4 members of FaZe on the B side. They knew what was coming. But Elige, with Floppy's hard work, maybe he can make something happen here. Oh, cleared the smoke. Great adjustment, but Robs, he trades. Halzak, he punishes. It's a 2-on-2 miraculously. And there's more to come. More to come right here, right now. Grim caught off, and there's a FaZe round.
Starting to turn into deathmatch out there. That pace over towards B, it's in your face. They've run that a couple of times from the Complexity camp. This is feeling like the first time it's been stalled completely.
8 players in one tiny portion of the map. Nades, smokes, flashes, bloodshed, molotovs.
Well, we said the pistol set the tone, and it certainly has. This B bomb side has been under a lot of scrutiny here. Another opening kill from Floppy, but it wasn't enough. The AWPer Brokey stepping up there, and Rain showing some fantastic form in the grand final here. You can see what it means to Twitz. He knows that's a massive round, as FaZe will be posting their 4th round now. 5-4 overall, 3 more to go, and it will be their tactical timeout for Complexity. Bear in mind, they had a ton of money here, so they'll still have the 5 rifles, all the utility they need. But still, maybe just slowing it down. They're finding these opening picks, but morale still looks pretty good over there.
Yeah.
Very calm.
It looks like a bit of a chuckle out of Elige just there, which is good news. You want to make sure you don't let it slip away mentally just yet. This is just the first half, and they've already done what I would say is more than enough. If you walk away with a 7-5 half against you, I'd still be very happy. This is Complexity's map choice.
In MR15, chat, we used to say 5 would be enough. It's a serviceable half. Now we're playing MR12. This is more than enough. They're comfortable at this stage. 1 more would be idyllic, and we'll see if Rain can continue to impress with his opening frag. This time, not landing the shots here. They're going to continue to push towards middle. It's Brokey. This time opening things up, and a ton of damage inflicted towards JT.
Really uncomfortable now for the remaining Complexity members. The damage so heavy onto JT as well. That spray and nade combo leaves him with just 7 HP. And
Brokey's searching.
He is searching despite the advantage they have. It's well timed and finishes off JT nicely. A 2-man advantage for FaZe to tie this game up.
Yeah, he was barely walking. Almost slung down by that HE from Rain. But now they need another Floppy incision.
He's done it once, he's done it twice. Will there be thrice? Angle found onto Carrigan. That AUG gave him the little bit of info he needed to pull the trigger. Floppy anticipating this rotation from that Rain hold. Carrigan flashed off, dead to right. We need another, and Grim provides it, but they're still low. And with Brokey's shot, it puts it all onto Grim. He's a sharp shooter. The first is gorgeous. Needs a whole lot more. Using his util. They want to swing out. They do. It's Twist with just 3 HP, a fraction left of it.
Unfortunate for Grim there. Looked like the alley with the HE would have been a great way to finish that one off. This is one of the players that you do definitely see the tilt start to creep in upon.
Well, there we go. We tied things up 5-5. FaZe are on their feet after a difficult series of rounds here. The money is starting to run thin on the Complexity side. For the first time, the Galil's coming out, chat. But I'm not sure about you. The Galil feels buffed in CS2. It feels like it's getting the majority of the kills on the T side, especially early on.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Those second rounds after the plan, it's deadly. Let's see how far Complexity can string this one out. Brokey, another aggressive layup. This time over towards the fountain position. T stares, trained in, and needs to be aware of that internal clock. Playground was given up. You can see he needs to drop back and consider that. But the key piece of this round is number 8, Rops, lying in the upper bathrooms, given a lot of freedom from Carrigan. He's that linchpin between the sides, but a big fight coming Rain's way.
Yeah, a big fight with the whole squad. JT, how's your aim here? Oh, it's perfect. Finds the insta-dink. There's Rops for the rebuttal. Does he get away? Tucks in. He knows they're coming. Willing to take these duels against Robin Cool. A double will do.
Yeah, nice positioning there from Robs, falling back to the defensive line, gives them a fighting chance here in the 3 versus 3. Now, bear in mind, the firepower and utility was low here for Complexity, but they still got time on their side. 1 minute on the clock, it's Brokey, an iconic position for the AWP. Smoking off the bathrooms, jumping for information. He's got a lot on his plate right now, but he's certainly capable of defending the A-bomb side. Floppy just waiting for that smoke to go down, seeing if there's any sort of rotation coming in from the connector. They still have 2 smokes here. They can smoke off bank towards CT spawn as well. Flash the bomb site, Molotov the truck, and we'll see if that comes through. It's looking likely.
Yeah, Karrigan's just blocked, so calling the bluff off the sound cue. All the information flowing. This will free up the rotation point of Twist. He can join Brokey over towards the side. They have no util to block, but at least they'll have the pieces in the right place and a fast flank.
Here come the smokes, the execution. FaZe Clan more than ready due to the information that Karrigan garnered here, and Twist is in a prime slot to mow them down.
Should be fine with Brokey already connected the first shot. It draws attention. Halzuk's unable to find anything, and only the 1 for Elige. FaZe take the lead.
Yeah, Chad, you're dead on there. The fact that Karrigan took that calculated risk at that point, he gets the information, allows him to rotate another player back towards A. They read the execution coming through, and a player like Twist, AK-47 in hand on the A bomb site, no problem whatsoever.
And the timing as well. Imagine if it was like 3 or 4 seconds later in that moment. Maybe they get in, maybe the bomb goes down. So great timing there from the in-game leader, but Complexity, they're committed now. The rest of the half will be all about Force Spies with that loss bonus up on their favor. As weird as that sounds, they will be able to flourish with these Galils time and time again.
It's Brokey with a lightning fast opening. Elige did not see that one coming. Keeping it dynamic is Brokey. 1337 indeed, as there's another for the AWPer.
Oh, and he's not, is he?
He wouldn't.
Come on, Brokey.
Surely that's enough.
He really doesn't. He's getting flashed in.
Oh!
Brokey! No way! Absolute insanity! FaZe Clan 7! Oh, Sydney! Are you having a good time tonight? So are FaZe Clan as they turn it around. Looks like Complexity had them on the ropes for a moment, then they respond with some absolute heroics. Brokey ending that half with some insanity.
It was 5 in a row for Complexity, but a complete rebuttal from FaZe Clan, giving 5 back in return. They lead the half here, 7-5, as they switch over to the T-side campaign. Bear in mind, this is the pick of Complexity. This pistol will mean absolutely everything. We'll have a look at the FaZe buy here. Very technical, 2 smokes, 3 flashes, and P250's in hand as well. They're waiting for the aggression here towards long, and they might get it. It's Floppy and Elige.
This has been a key for FaZe throughout the playoffs, taking pace out of CS2.
Yeah, some pace now though onto Elige's position. The whole squad can swing him. He's
Good
running
flash.
out of bullets. It's up to Floppy to cover. They're going to lose them both. He takes one. Advantage FaZe.
It doesn't feel like enough, does it? Complexity scrambling now, doing their best to get back over towards the A bomb site. But this is the thing, the fight went so deep in Picnic that there doesn't have to be a commitment from FaZe whatsoever.
All right, JT, what have you got for us? Pressure's on now, still plenty of time on the clock, still those 2 smokes available. They're waiting for the CT reactions, and JT needs information, needs a hell of a shot as well, does damage towards Brokey, but a swing comes through. It's Carrigan that brings us into the 4 versus 2 now. Grim and Holzerk, what is the play? What can he possibly do? What is the remedy? Holzerk needs to find at least a couple of kills here. Good position, and a better shot there, takes down Twists.
That's a start. Onto the bomb carrier, no less, onto the sharpshooter. Twists, and there he goes.
Wow.
It's Carrigan's pistol round.
Yeah, we can say that again. Grim, he can still win this. It looks improbable, but this is the man who can deliver in these sort of situations. Flashed off though. Brilliant pistol there from FaZe. Playing the round as it comes, waiting for the CT aggression to come through. A perfect flashbang deployed towards long, gave us them 2 big frags at that point, and the CTs had no choice. They had to peek for information, and Carrigan, like you said, this is his pistol, takes down his rival in-game leader, and Holzerk robs to close things out, and it's going to be 8-5. Now, do we see the force buy here for Complexity? The CT side, you've only got $1,900. It might not be worth it, and they are going to take the full eco here. Elige invests with a P250, so I don't think we'll be seeing any antics here this round.
No, this is very on meta for as far as Sydney's concerned.
We've seen this a few times. Like CSGO, we didn't see MP5s at all. It was a bit of a meme gun. Rain's been using the MP5, and now Brokey bringing it out round number 2.
Henry, I'm just wondering if they've even set their mid-tier weapon selection yet, or this is just what's been left, you know? Oh, wait, hold up, we had to pick that? Well, yeah, okay.
If the Bizon comes out, I'm with you. Maybe that's the case. We haven't seen that just yet, but the MP5, it can be deadly in the right hands, and Brokey's having a great game. 17 kills. As we get into round number 2 of this second half, he's actually helped himself to a lot of real estate here. We're going to crack things open, and bear in mind, this is an A stack Complexity as well. So, yeah, the smoke not ideal, but surely still absolutely fine. The MP5 will strike, and there we go. Bomb should be planted. It's up to Rain now to mow them all down towards Connector.
The blender. Come on, open the door. Say hi.
Oh no!
Hello.
JT's fingertips poking through.
Well, if you're trying to pick the lock, mate, we're going to know you on the other side.
Go for the Sam Fisher approach. And there's another. Holzerk, nothing. SMG gets himself a little extra cash. And Carrigan will as well.
So now we have the awkward situation. You're up against 3 SMGs. Your money's tight. You've got $4,000 on average per player. So what are you prioritizing here? The helmets or the utility? You're not going to have any diffuse kits here. A very difficult round of Complexity. There's the fingers poking through for JT. An unwelcome guest as Rain sends him packing. Like we said, he had to spray them down. Didn't give up any frags here whatsoever. They found a ton of cash and a tactical timeout for Complexity. Maybe technical.
Oh, yeah, might be of the technical variety. So we'll keep our mouths shut as far as some of the particulars are concerned. You can see Floppy just having a couple of issues down the end. But this is the moment where Complexity need to dig deep. And this is not because, hey, they're down 4 rounds. No, because you can expect the mentality starting to wander in a moment like this.
Right.
This is where Elige is very important, and a big moment from him, a multi-kill, that could really set the tone. And when you are looking at the scores on the doors, it has really been JT with a lot of impact. Holzerk has 9 kills, 7 for Elige, Grim with a 6, and well, Floppy's not in the server, so we'll have to wait to report back on that. But feels like they've been working on it overnight, Alex. They're back singing.
Ooh, ah.
I wanted some Johnny Farnham, but it might be a bit difficult to get that one going. Oh, the voice, let me understand. Now Carrigan's having a great time. He's one down here before with Rain in the FaZe jersey.
This is like an in-game leader's dream coming up next. You know you've got full control. You can present an absolutely wild strategy here. You've got SMGs pretty much across the board. You can execute, you can be frantic and chaotic going forward here as well. Complexity are in a lot of trouble in this next round. That's if they can sort out these technical issues as well. It's not an ideal time for it to come through just when you've got to put your heads together, discuss the options coming through. You've got to sit there in silence right now and stew over the predicament they found themselves in.
Well, is this Carrigan just starting to, get the crowd a little bit wet for it, and then as soon as we get back out of this technical timeout, he makes them make even more noise and they go quick.
He used to do that a lot, using the crowd to his own advantage, masking the charge. But right now, a reminder to the players, they cannot communicate. Maybe you can, speak with your eyes.
Well, you can give him a wink and a nod.
That's about all it gets.
And a smile.
Yeah.
But this is when you're a player and you're sitting there and you look up, you're kind of taking it all in. It really reminds you of the moment, in case you've forgotten you're in a grand final.
And I think for some players, they deliberately try and keep their eyes on the monitor.
I was talking to Nerds about the way that he sets up, and talking to him, he's saying when he has the monitor, he makes sure it's about eye lines so that he doesn't see above it and see everybody behind it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Like, it's quite an intimidating arena out there. We were just in that chat ourselves, and I can tell you, I was getting probably a lot more of the brunt of it than you.
Yes.
Every time I missed a shot, didn't get a kill, you can feel it. You can feel everyone cheering for you to fail. And I guess, would you say FaZe are the fan favorites right now?
Oh, definitely so. They got a whole lot of love throughout this playoffs run so far.
Oh, there's Justin as well, making a nice little appearance.
Put a smile on everybody's face today, Sid. Does he walk out?
I'll do a little test. Let's find out. Sydney, let me hear it if you want Complexity to lift the trophy.
Oh, well, do you even need to check?
Let's do it anyway. And what about FaZe Clan? All right, pretty comprehensive result there. It is looking good for FaZe, I'm not going to lie to you. Bear in mind the pick of Complexity here. They're down 9-5, and it could have been a lot worse than that, Chad. The fact they won that third round eco victory with the hero rifle, that got them back in the game. It could have been an absolute bloodbath otherwise. We're yet to see any of the Complexity players really step up. Floppy's had his opening moments, but still, we need to see someone shine brighter than ever. Looking at the scoreboard right now, at the top it is JT, which is great. He's got 14 kills, but that is not the name you want to be leading the way here in terms of the fragging department.
Oh, well, JT's just put that chair back, so this could be telling that we might have a moment or two more, but definitely a time to chill out. He's, I want to say, done more than enough in that fragging department, as you were just prefacing. But this is where we're on the CT side having to see how Zerg's Orb come alive. When we had a few of their games earlier in the tournament, he was fantastic with the ADP on maps like Ancient. We had that multi-kill for him on Overpass as well. But speaking of Overpass, FaZe have played this map twice, right? They picked it up twice, and they lost it once to Vitality. The second was a victory short, and we've seen ways that they're trying to define the meta. But let me tell you, freeze time's starting to trickle on down. We are ready to get things... Well, hold up, I lied.
Yeah, hold on
I lied. Sorry, guys. It was.
Yeah, we heard Elysian in those interviews as well, talking about how he kept getting to play the same maps. Anubis being a mainstay for Complexity. At FaZe, they immediately throw that spanner in the works, taking it away.
Yeah, come in with that 7 map pool. But a quick plug and unplug right there from the League Ops. Seems to fix most things. Have you tried turning it on and off again?
That's usually the fix, to be fair, but it looks like we have got at least all 5 players on the server for Complexity here. Bear in mind, this year for FaZe, they've had a wonderful couple of years, but 2023 especially, it hasn't been amazing for them. This would only be their second title if they were to pick it up. It was EPL at the start of the year, which of course, the Grand Slam locked in, but since then it's been very disappointing. By their standards, it's been underwhelming. They know it as well. They have not been performing at a level we anticipated. This would be a great return to form. The first CS2 LAN, a statement victory if they can pick this one up.
That's a good noise. That one does signal a tactical timeout. So
you're right, okay.
We've come to the conclusion of the tech into attack, and the second call for Complexity so far, TC, always smiling. The coach's chance to confer with the team about how they want to approach this gun round.
Yeah, not going to be smiling if they lose it though. 10, so dangerously close to that magic number here in MR12. It does have to start.
So,
now.
This is going to be an interesting round. It's what we call a bonus round, traditionally. You've managed to win the pistol. You've had a very clean second round here. And now Complexity will have on average $4,400, meaning, yeah, you can get your M4. you can get your Kevlar, but you need to choose. Is it utility or helmet up against these SMGs, which is going to be rock'em sock'em in the next round here. And they have not got helmets on 3 players, Chad. This could be massive.
Yeah, Halzok you can understand, but Grim and Elige, they've opted for util. Looks like it's a fast speed play.
Let's get it.
Are they ready? Testing immediately a FaZe Clan. Flash is good. And so is the damage. Floppy under scrutiny. Rain finds the opening. And it's JT! One needed to be more. And it's up to Grim now. He's got help in the form of a lead.
Nice.
Through the smoke. Great find onto Brokey.
Okay, this one's going to settle in. Bomb not committed, but Robs has got one back.
That's a problem now. Elige in such a power position, but it's Halzok from the heavens. Nails the orb shot, puts it all onto Carrigan. Has he got a clutch in him on this grand final stage? Bomb retrieval, half of the battle. Oh, Carrigan with the first! A stunning shot onto the AWPer.
Oh, what a move from Elige, though. Did he mantle up on that sandbag position in the smoke? Because up and over, finding that penetration as the site was under scrutiny. JT doing some damage, sure, but it was finished off. Well, the finances aren't good. There was a lot of damage done on the bonus, Henry. They're going to be able to get a buyout, sure, complexity, but there'll still be emissions as far as utility is concerned, as well as armor, hits as well.
Twist is reading it well. He could have got the AK-47. He opts for the MAC-10 again, by virtue of the fact there's only 4 players without helmets. I think we're going with the same strat once more.
Brute force.
It was close before. We'll see if Twist can crack things open again. He's leading the way with the MAC-10. Good damage inflicted. Can't find the kill this time. It's a Famous mowing them down. Floppy returning to form here. It's a 5 versus 3. JT will chime in. This is looking much better. And this grand final is back on. A clean sweep. Pretty much there for complexity. Huge hold from Floppy.
Yeah, holding his nerve on that one. And sending FaZe back to the drawing board. You tried it twice. This time, no cigar. You're going to have to try something else.
I'm just surprised that they're going to do this on a full buy with AKs in hand. Like, as you mentioned, Henry, Twist coming through with the MAC-10, understandably so on the entry, but Grim, that is a roar you don't see too often. And a massive round to shut FaZe down and send them to these pistols. A chance to draw this just to a back of 1 round game if they don't falter to Deagles.
Yeah, complexity back in this now. And bear in mind, this is an eco, barely even a half buy. They've got no Kevlar on 4 players here. And Rob's
that's even nicer.
They're going down. It's the utility that's absolutely destroying them at this point. Complexity got this round in the bag.
Yeah, hit him with a flash and a smoke next.
Yeah, if you can, get the decoy in the play. Oh, and an AWP for good measure. It's Halzok connecting onto Brokey.
Yeah, this is housekeeping.
And there you go, all 5 alive. Dreamy for complexity. A 1-round game.
And I think some of the keys is in the last 2 rounds, the lack of casualties for complexity, allowing them to build up a bit of a buffer on the CT side. Another one like that, and they'll be sitting pretty. But FaZe will now have an opportunity to respond with rifles. No Brokey AWP available. And I doubt we see another B rush. So let's expect something a little bit more standard. Likely a default spread across the map. But what tricks have Robs and Carrigan been cooking up? Yeah, you see, it looks like a 3-1-1 and a missed molly out the gate.
Seen a lot of that this tournament.
Yeah, a lot of flubs. Util doesn't just have to be the flames.
Very proactive here from Cole.
Yeah. And they're going to be nading off the door as well. They are hunting for any sort of information, trying to stifle FaZe Clan in their default here. They've got full control of the B lanes, the connector as well. And bear in mind, FaZe don't have a whole lot to work with here. Sure, they've got 4 smokes, but in terms of upper utility, there's barely anything here. They're on the back foot. They know they've been rumbled, and the CTs are hunting around the map.
But look at how much space Elige has already. This is mental. Or Robs might find him.
Oh, yeah.
The timing here is insane.
This doesn't happen every day. Robson, Elige.
Robs is coming.
Yeah, I think it's going to be all good for Robs here. Can't quite believe what he's seeing. But now the information flows. They've had that clear. Do you commit to the call?
Graham.
He's between enemy lines right now, and there's Carrigan. How? Somehow gets his gun on in time.
That's unbelievable. It was on a silver platter for Grim, and now 4 players completely.
Halzok's here.
Yeah, maybe he's got something in him. He's got the nade, he's got the AWP, maybe one from Halzok. That's a good start. Needs a multi-kill, a team kill, sure, but a 1v2 for Floppy. Needs a headshot, Rob's the one to find it. And it's FaZe up to the double digits first.
Oh, and damn, Fortune with the timing there, wasn't it? If Elige was any later, if he didn't even return to take that slack over towards A, Elige is the man who has all of the space, all of the timing, and likely all of the kills.
It was such a good maneuver as well. They had so much control of the map there, and it comes down to the absolute granular detail. The fact that Robs finds him after he slipped the net. He was primed for like 3 or 4 kills out, and it is Robs to close things out as well. Great position from Floppy. He definitely was capable of closing in that 2 versus 1, but couldn't find the shot.
Grim's going to be kicking himself as well. That Carrigan kill.
That's true.
I'm not sure how that happened.
I can't believe Carrigan even hits the shot in response.
Never mind, yeah.
How has he done that?
It's a specky one from Carrigan, make no mistake, but I'm sure Grim's going to be blaming himself. And you got to get out of your head, you got to get back into the round. Another one coming up next.
Yeah, and FaZe are the ones who have actually taken the tactical timeout here, so maybe just discussing, hey, how the hell did Elige get there?
It's because the money's low once again. Like, they're winning these rounds with 1 player surviving. I think I saw a couple of kills in the mix at this point as well, so it's a difficult round on both sides. This is it. This might even decide if FaZe can just close this one out right here, right now, if they can find the victory. Look at it, 2 Galils, make it 3. They do not have firepower. They've opted for the utility, maybe some more set-piece mentality here. Halzerg knows he has to step up. He's gone in towards the connector, but here comes Brokey. Aggressive, of course, up towards Shaw. Looking at the first pick, and he might just find it. JT, will he be inquisitive towards Shaw? One more step, he'll go down. It's Carrigan finding the opening frag, and do they commit?
They don't need to. Do they want to? Halzerg gives Brokey a taste of his own medicine, and it's more from Halzerg. Stepping up on the big stage, and Elige, you're right, is on hot pursuit of Twist with that bomb.
Perfect position again.
Not ready for that one. An easy one for North American superstar, and now up to Rain in an impossible clutch. They have the bomb. What are you supposed to do?
Has a window of time here if he wanted to try and backstab Elige, but you can see very, very worried about a player taking a heads-up fight. So he's gone the long way round to open up these angles, but they've fortified the bomb even more so. 2 players sitting on it. I don't know how you're even meant to have a look in if you're Rain.
I mean, even if he had a smoke, it wouldn't have gone far.
The incendiary might be something he can work with at this point. If he take an opening kill, the incendiary lock up a choke point, and maybe he can do something with it. But speaking of incendiary, he's actually had one land at his front door here. 30 seconds remaining. He's got a flash to work with as well, but surely no chance at this stage here. It would be an absolute nightmare for Complexity to give up even more than 1 kill. And there's the first. It should be traded out. Great positioning. And it will be Complexity closing it down to just 1 round difference here. We go 10-9, and the money is completely shattered for FaZe Clan. It should be a full eco at this point.
Recap how that one went down. This is the Halzerg push. The fact that he gets Brokey and a second, and this push from Elige did seal the deal.
Well, this time he does get to be that nuisance. So redemption for him in a follow-up round. That'll give confidence for these aggressive moves for Elige. You'd hate to lose 2 in a row where you get caught by this weird timing and you're going aggressive. That might cancel plans for the rest of the half.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's more common than not these days.
Yeah, that's surprising to see.
Oh, and Floppy just landed on the wheelbarrow. You've got to be careful when throwing yourself in towards the waters.
Bear in mind, it is up against a full eco. So, as we always say, Chad, no harm, no foul. There should be no problem whatsoever going forward here. They haven't got much more than a P250 and a Desert Eagle in the hands of Rain here. No Kevlar to work with. And so they're just looking for a couple of kills here. If they get the bomb down somehow, there'll be a victory in its own right. But you can see very passive for Complexity, not giving anything away at this point. They've ascertained they're up against the pistols here, and they're not going to give anything to work with here on the FaZe side.
Elige has Grim covering his left side. And a couple of those Deagle shots, not far off the mark. But Elige should be set up for the multi-kill. Grim and Elige doing it stylishly. Swapped into the USP. And we will be looking at a 10-10 scoreline.
It's just crazy to see a competitive game on the stage.
Yeah.
These have felt few and far between. FaZe absolutely destroying Ents. 13-0. This one, Complexity. It is great to see. This is a team who is showing innovation. They're definitely grasping CS2.
Absolutely.
Sure, some of their players like a little bit of a complaint about the game, but clearly they've got their head screwed on right and they are focused for the event ahead.
Yeah, and aiming to lift North America's first IEM trophy since IEM Chicago 2019.
You say North America's trophy?
Yeah, North America's.
That's kind of wild, isn't it? All right. 4
You remember
years
that
in the
event,
making.
Henry?
I do. That was quite a while ago. God damn, that was a while. That felt like a different generation.
Yeah.
Time between drinks.
And for Complexity, I mean, just to get their first IEM title in CS, you know, not even CS2, CS. CSGO certainly didn't go well. Maybe I shouldn't just say CS, because of course we did have
1.6.
1.6.
They were quite good at that.
Yeah, but CSGO and CS2 for sure.
Right then. Another gun round
a different
available.
approach.
One for the smokes and sets are trying to deny access towards the fountain, and you can see they've got these novel plays here. Complexity ready for the CT side on overpass here. Lovely little boost for Elige. He's got full control of short, and you can see FaZe on the back foot here. They've been completely ruffled by these Elige pushes here. They're very, very careful going into round number 21 here. Want to make sure the CTs don't obliterate them at the start of the round in terms of positioning.
Biggest note for me is nobody from FaZe worrying about a B push. Elige's currently ushered himself through connector and A, so I guess they want to apply that large net over towards this sector of the map. But it's very, very quiet. No util, no spamming, no space, and a lot of room with Elige on this boost again.
You can see them really trying to exploit the fact you can blow these smokes open towards connector. 2 HEs to allow Elige to maybe get an opening frag, but no damage inflicted. And now active once again. The AWP confirms that Grim can push him towards the bathrooms and take the first kill of the round as well. Looking for the double, gets the dink on Brokey, but it won't be quite enough. A 4-on-4 technically favors the T side here, and they're looking to continue to push in towards A. Actually, I tell a lie.
It's all on him. It's all on JT. If he goes down, the site is open. Look at that. 3 players spamming through. And Robs is the one to bring it home. This is a wide open bomb site. I say that. Perfect timing from the incendiary. Elige has bought himself just a couple of seconds to dig his heels in. And now he's set up for potential success. Considering expecting a boost, but it's Robs loud about this now. Oh, look at the damage. Robs has 1 HP. He has the bomb, but it doesn't matter. Because Halzerg left alone with the AWP. It's not the weapon for the job. Spotted a glimpse of the receding Robs.
I think he has to save, Alex. At this stage of the game, the rounds have been tight. Sure, they've posted a few in a row here. They've actually won 5 out of the last 6, but the money is tight. Halzerg especially, $800. They can buy into the next round, but it will be FaZe just about getting it over the line there. A team kill in the mix. It's Robs with 1 HP as well, but they get the job done.
I mean, it looked like a dead round after JT's death, but just Elige gave us a little bit more hope onto that one. Some damage short.
Yeah, and it was all about that repositioning as well. Like you said, the incendiary down, landing to get a strong position towards short. He gets 1.5 kills at that point. If he gets a double kill there, I dare say they can salvage the round, but it wasn't quite enough. It's FaZe now touching distance of picking up the first map. Complexity's pick of overpass, and Brokey doing great work there towards Grim.
Well, now this next round is it for Complexity. If they cannot respond and they lose everything, unable to save, let's call this one curtains for map number 1. Because the finances, as far as the loss bonus is concerned, it's really non-existent.
Yeah, they'll get $1,900 into the next round.
Exactly.
It'll be map points as well, right? You're dead on. This pretty much decides the map. They do have a decent buy, as mentioned, though. They have the Halzerg AWP, M4s otherwise. You can see the utility's not bad as well, but it will be the final timeout. Bear in mind, MR12, you get 3. They've all been burnt up now on the Complexity side. It's tense at this stage. A real swing round. It decides absolutely everything, especially on the side of Complexity here. They've been very impressive with their aggressive maneuvers, hunting for information, but do they want to take that sort of risk here in such an important scenario? 11-10. We're getting into what could be the deciding round.
Halzerg has a decent spawn, doesn't look like he's going to use it, just be limping out the standard protocol utility to slow the Ts, and his will land, singeing on Rain, still takes the space. Halzerg, you've got to be careful, you're on your own.
Yeah, wants to puff up his chest with some of those early nades. It is a lot riding on him right now. The responsibility for that first letter of the alphabet is exclusively Halzerg. That will change eventually. Grim likely the float man. Smoked off on the bathroom side.
Yeah, is that enough pressure to force a rotation? Apparently not.
Not unless Halzerg feels the pressure, and now he will. Look at that, Molly sticking around, pulls the trigger, no luck. And half HP for him, not far off on the pot shot.
Yeah, he isn't done just yet. You can see he's being combative. He knows he has to carry this round, try and defend the A bomb site alone if possible. He's gone down the 42 points of health, but not dissuaded from the angle. Hoping to hold them off, but otherwise we've got FaZe Clan getting ready for the B execution here. They'll leave Rain in a prime position for a backstab here, and they'll go for the contact play in towards B.
Yeah, contact indeed.
Oh yeah, 1 molly to start it off, a smoke for Floppy. He's worried about short now. The bullets are fired, pressure is applied. 3 coming out of the monster side. Rain's already found Halzerg, the AWP's gone, but it's this test now for Floppy and JT. Trying to hold onto their bomb site, hold onto the hopes of tying this game up. Only Robson Carrigan can disrupt further. He misses his chance. Elise shuts him down. And Carrigan, the last man to fall, he'll give it a good go. But Complexity, they force us the distance.
I think FaZe found themselves in two minds. When Rain found the kill up towards A, they were already out Monster, and there may be a slight bit of hesitation of, hey, should we drop back and head towards the other side? But they were overcommitted. They couldn't get out of dodge. They looked for the fights. They didn't secure them, and that was it.
I think when Floppy was kind of found out towards the barrels as well, he extinguishes the smoke, and they were hoping he's going to swing. He's going to give himself up, but he just gave them nothing. No one wanted to commit towards the bomb site until that frag was found. The rotations came through, and sure, Halzo goes down the other side of the map, but they know there can only be 4 towards B. They start getting sprayed down, and we go 11-11. FaZe are in a lot of trouble here now.
What a tense moment this is. Last timeout from FaZe also burnt, so the 6 we get in regulation, all done. They are, well, I don't want to say playing for overtime, but they didn't all in. They did not shove. They get 2,400 as the lost bonus into the next. So this considered call from Neo in the timeout has allowed them to check through the finances, read the abacus, and decide we can give this a crack with a partial investment, and then next round we go into a full buy with the AKs. Complexity might be the first to reach 12.
There's only 2 sets of Kevlar, Chad. I'd call this more of an eco. You've got a Glock on Carrigan.
You're right.
A couple of Deagles. I think this is a locked-in round unless Elige oversteps the mark here. Trying to work out what they're up against, and it's Robson the Desert Eagle. A little bit of damage there towards Grim. He needs to be careful here. And Elige, great kill.
That was necessary. He's also aware there's likely a whole lot more with that flashbang. He'll hear the steps. Halzak needs to support him. If he can't get away, he's backing in. Safe.
Such an X factor. Think about the different positions that Elige, Whiplash has found himself. Aggressive towards A, connector over towards B, boosted. They are really using him as his star power.
That's JT in his 22nd frag here.
Oh, what a showing.
What an absolute baller of a tournament he's had so far. Not known to be a fragger over the years, but this tournament he is proving otherwise. Fantastic work time and time again, and JT, he's got a few more kills on his plate available to him. There's Carrigan looking for the double, and he delivers. Is there anything left for FaZe here on the eco? He finds the AK-47.
This can't be happening. Complexity up against nothing more than a couple of pistols.
No way, not like this.
Wait, the bomb's in con. The bomb's in con.
And
Collision course.
Elige might find him. And a huge release of the pressure valve. As Elige has taken the bomb carrier down. Hold on, Carrigan still hitting shots.
Carrigan didn't have Kevlar here, and he's on for 4 kills right now.
How did he get the bomb back?
2-on-2.
How do you get it back through the smoke?
20 seconds, Elige. He knows what his job is. After a couple of seconds, they won't even have time to plant the bomb.
Big nade.
Slows him down. They'll take the opportunity to swing on through. Elige hits the first. No time in this one for twists. And all of that hard work, a good shot short, but all of that hard work from Carrigan, it does not translate into a 12th.
Oh, decent damage, sure, but as we go into the final round of play here, they're going to have to buy. 12 secure for Complexity, their map choice. They are looking to pick up map number 1 against FaZe Clan. Their aura on the stage right now is starting to shake.
Oh, you're so right as well, Alex. That linchpin, the bombing towards the connector, as soon as it goes down, all of Carrigan's efforts are nullified. He was the player that entered the round with Glock, no armor. He picks up 3. He did so much hard work at that point, but it wasn't quite enough, and Chad said on, that financial damage sure has a slight knock-on effect. Floppy's got a FAMAS, but overall it's the last round of regulation here. Looking to close things out, and they're aggressive. They're playing to win this round. And they actually can continue that push as well towards T-Spawn.
Yeah, this is really something special out of Elige and JT. With so much pressure on your shoulders, the first map of a grand final. You haven't been in this environment before with this much at stake. And it's Halzak tested. He'll hit a shot, he'll get away.
JT.
Elige is cooking too. On that flank from the monster side. He hasn't finished off his meal. Brokey bleeding with the bomb. JT fragging up a storm, this in-game leader. And Complexity, 2 kills away. Touching distance. Still room for error. Is Carrigan alone? And Complexity just need to bring him down. 1 man, he's gone. And Complexity have the lead. This fairy tale, it's not done yet.
Welcome to the grand final. This is what it's all about, right down to the wire. It looked like FaZe were running away with this one. But no, Complexity showing their mental fortitude. They take their map pick, 13-11.
Hey Future Pros! We've looked at ways where the smokes are broken for info. Now let's look at the ways they are being used to find some action. The most common being CTs breaking smokes to catch Ts pushing into a site. Inferno CT smokes, Mirage window smokes, you name it. In some cases we have seen them being used to initiate a pop, as we see here with Na'Vi. However, these methods have seen limited success. The most interesting has to be this twist play. Breaking a CT smoke to draw their attention and then peek from another angle. Probably the most cerebral smoke breaking play so far. I'm sure we will see many more cases like this in the future.
Alright guys, is it gonna be complexity or FaZe?
FaZe!
Easy!
Complexity, FaZe?
Don't stop the
First South African to win Tier 1 event, for sure.
What about you? Complexity, FaZe?
FaZe!
Complexity. Alright, let's go!
FaZe up, baby! Oh my god! FaZe up! FaZe up! FaZe up, ole! FaZe. Go FaZe.
Yeah, it seems like it's FaZe all the way.
Do you think you know everything about CSGO? Then stay alert and look out for the DHL drop quiz on the ESL Twitch channel. Because as soon as the question is asked during the stream, the clock starts ticking. You will have 60 seconds to type your answer in the chat using this format. And keep in mind, speed is important at DHL. So the faster you answer correctly, the more points you get. Keep track of how well you are performing on the leaderboard. Will you manage to make it to the top and win one of these amazing prizes?
Overpass our first destination in this coveted grand final, and it's Complexity to be taking this one home. But things get close, things get tight. See, things get tight a little bit closing this one out. But for Complexity, great start on that T side, spell success coming onto that favored CT side. One up in the series versus FaZe. Cannot wait to be diving into Nuke. But first of all, chance for you guys at home to be winners as well in our DHL drop. Now, you guys know the drill. Put exclamation mark DHL drop followed by your answer A, B, C, or D in the chat to be in the chance of winning some lovely prizes courtesy of DHL. The question on your screens right now: which team played in the most IEM Sydney Grand Final? Is it A, going to be Liquid? Is it B, going to be Astralis? C, SK Gaming? Or D, is it FaZe Clan? Get your answers in the chat right now because we'll be recapping the correct answer at the end of the segment. But gentlemen, talk about a first map to be beginning off this series. Yanko, this is exactly what I wanted to see delivered. A close first map and Complexity having the balls to close it out.
What a brawl, what a slugfest. It felt like deathmatch, as Chad pointed out during the game. And again, Complexity keeps surprising us, really, in a way where they lose both pistols in this game and still have, you know, the composure, still have the mental fortitude to stay in the game, come back, and then in the very end, close it out.
Yeah, I look at the final round of that first half where Brokey just went FU mode to Complexity, right? Getting 4 kills through jumping out from the smoke. And for me, it felt like, yeah, that would be the moment where the game's kind of done, the map's kind of done, FaZe just stamping the authority right there in the server. But I go back to the final round in that game. That push from Complexity, 12-11, you expect some of the younger teams to kind of play a little scared, a little turtle up, double play, push towards connector. And when FaZe is just trying to go in for the hit, we had a player from short, we had 2 players waiting there on the B bomb side, and even a flank from Elige. So Complexity really is watching this team grow right in front of us here in the server.
They did it again. Solid game plan, solid execution. JT leading by example. You know, they were playing on the CT side as well. The aggression was all over the place. Fundamentals were great, minus the couple of flashes in the first half that were missed. It cost them the round. Overall, this team that won just this map played like this match is an online group stage of an unimportant event, not just the grand final in front of 7,000 people in Sydney here after the whole, you know, blast they had to win and travel and everything, and coming out from a lower bracket is just amazing, and I'm so happy to see it.
Let's give JT his flowers in our Air Force Aim High, because yeah, not only the brain behind this complexity behemoth, but also delivering in terms of the fragging department, Blair.
Yeah, for me, JT was especially putting in the numbers on the T side. I think he had like almost like 15, 16 kills on the T side. And even if you look at his entire tournament, I believe, is the 4th highest rated T side player in IEM Sydney, and he's leading by example as well. And fragging while calling the way he was, I think it's just spectacular work from JT. FaZe wanted to brawl, and Complexity is like, yeah, we could duke it out with you. This is not a ring fight, Freya. This is a street brawl.
There is definitely, you know, a trend going on right now. Whichever map JT picks, he plays good on it. Remember, Anubis more than a few times, and Ancient, I believe, is the second one. And just he seems to find these timings, he seems to find his like space to get the numbers, right? He gets the calls, but he gets the numbers too, which we all know are important when it comes to IGL. When he gets those, it's additional impact to the game, and you can easily win.
And that's why I love that you pointed out, you know, the final round of this merry map, because we've seen those aggressive plays coming out, right, in games gone by, versus BetBoom, versus G2 as well, really catching their opponents off guard.
Yeah, absolutely, and just being proactive and playing to win instead of playing not to lose. And we've seen so many underdog teams fall into that trap, but not Complexity. I think also for FaZe, right, I was a little bit surprised with how much pace they were putting into the game in the second half. And I think what we say about them is sometimes it's a little bit messy. They lack a little bit of discipline. And I think that was the problem. They were losing too many guns in rounds that were pretty much won, right? They would only have 1-2 guys left alive in the end, and that's why their economy was sort of in shambles in that second half.
Well, we're speaking a lot about the individuals, so I think it is time to check in with our DHL MVP. Yes, this is indeed your last chance, your last opportunity to get your votes in for our DHL MVP. Of course, we'll be awarding them a trophy and having a winner's interview with them after this grand final has concluded. First up on the docket, it is the man JT. Of course, we've got our eye on him, not only for the calling, but for the fragging. Elige as well. Kassad, we speak about him already lifting a trophy here in Sydney. Imagine him doing it, changing allegiances, moving over to Complexity, and he's been putting up the numbers. He might do so.
Well, he's not a stranger to success, right? He won the Grand Slam, he won Sydney, like you said, in 2019. It's not really, you know, a strange place for him to be in front of a large crowd. Same as this guy as well that we saw on the screen. Rob's one of their candidates too. He was delivering decent numbers on this map. At the end, it just wasn't enough.
Brokey, we have to talk about him. I'm pretty sure we're going to see, round number 12. This was unholy, Blair.
Yeah, this is basically such a Brokey play, right? Like, you sometimes love to see it, sometimes hate to see it. This is one occasion where you love to see it, just delivering with style.
I love what Prof tweeted out, is like, that one round is why you love him and hate him at the same time, right? Love him for what he's capable of doing in the chaos, hate him for even going for it and like making that play. But yeah, I think though, for FaZe, Twist is a big name for me, right? He stepped it up in the playoffs. He's their best player in the playoffs alongside Robs. Really went missing, especially on that T side for FaZe. They needed him. And Brokey, who had an excellent CT side, again, not so much from him on the T side. In that round where Kerrigan on the eco gets a lot done, he goes into connectors, or he's holding the flank. Instead of maybe just going around through Monster and T-Spawn and joining his team, he had the C4. FaZe might have stolen the game away in that round if it weren't for him dropping the bomb.
Well, I hope you guys have also had the opportunity to get your answers in for our DHL drop. It's time to reveal which one was the correct answer. Of course, it had to be D, it had to be FaZe Clan. Yeah, going to a hell of a lot of the grand finals here in Sydney. And now another one just behind us. Potentially a chance to be lifting their second trophy down under. Hope is on the horizon because Nuke awaits as our next map. Obviously, the pick of FaZe. Yanko, we know they're very comfortable on this map.
They are absolutely comfortable, but also we've been talking about complexity and how good they've been in creating game plans and executing them. They have a lot of data on FaZe and how they like to play Nuke. You know, yes, Nuke is strong for FaZe, but they probably exhausted most of the things they came up with in the games they've played so far. So interested to see how that dynamic works. Does Kerrigan have an ace up his sleeve, or is Complexity being able to counter FaZe's Nuke?
I mean, Complexity are 1 foot through the door of creating history here, and something I don't think any one of us would have expected, perhaps. But now they're going up against a FaZe with their backs against the wall. And on a stage, in a grand final, in front of a crowd like this, and that's when FaZe are at their absolute best. So it's not done yet, Freya.
I don't know. The thing is, like, we haven't seen FaZe being shook up in this event in playoffs like this, right? Complexity did a decent job on their map pick. The half of the work is done. Coming into Nuke, I don't think they have anything to lose. It's a bit of unknown what they're going to do, simply because Yanko said there is no material right now. FaZe is starting on the T side, it's MR12. A pistol, couple of gun rounds, and then all of a sudden it's 4-8, and then you have to rely on that second pistol to kind of get back into the game. It doesn't look good for FaZe right now, simply because Complexity looks so calm and collected.
Freya, they've only lost 1 final with this lineup. That was in Copenhagen to Heroic in 2022. I refuse to believe the second one is going to be here to Complexity. I think FaZe bounces back on you.
We've already had some incredible plays going down in this grand final, but it's time to recap what you think the king clutch is of the entire tournament.
He finally has, but he's clutched it.
This is not a CT. He's in behind the enemy yet again. He's a coming, and he is in full control until Byron is here to try and save the day. Snack!
No way!
I just grabbed the word with Neo because I also got to talk to TC previously. So Neo said that when it comes to the map picks, they were like not 100% sure that it's going to be Overpass. They were preparing for this, but they were saying, like, okay, it might be Overpass, it might be Vertigo, or it might be Inferno. Now, when it comes to Complexity, it's way different because Complexity were like, yeah, we're pretty much sure that they're going to ban Anubis. And that's why they went for Overpass. Now it's gonna be Nuke, and it's the map pick of FaZe, which means there's a really high chance we're going for all 3 maps.
New game, same challenges. Play in enjoyable lobbies. The most feared anti-cheat. The fairest matchmaking. And choosing your preferred server might just help with that pesky peeker's advantage. See for yourself.
You love it, you wear it.
Wear your passion. Share your passion. Wherever, whenever. Gaming is a lifestyle. Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
To my face. Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you.
They've got a map under their belt. These underdogs, they pack a punch. Underestimate them at your own peril. FaZe Clan coming up against it now. Heading into our second map of this grand final. I'm Machine, I'm joined by Henry G and Sponge to bring you all the action from down under.
And the action has delivered so far. This grand final looks to be potentially 3 maps. Throughout the playoffs, we've seen nothing but 2-0 blowouts across the board. This one right down to the wire, 13-11, as we move over to the pick of FaZe Clan here. Now bear in mind, Complexity starting the CT side of Nuke. If they can find the pistol, they can find that momentum, there is a real chance they can close this out right here, right now. JT leading by example, 24 kills in that first map, posting a 1.47 rating as well. It's Elige not far behind, and they've looked fantastic so far. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. The second map, Nuke is underway. FaZe Clan with 3 flashes, a smoke, and that elusive HE grenade as well. I wonder what they've got up their sleeve.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Keep your eyes on that one as they are going for a little avant-garde approach. The smoke top main, water falls through. They can drop into the top site. No one's ready, but Elige is! And Grim hits the double up! They just collapse, it's a perfect counter! It seemed like such a good idea.
We've seen that smoke time and time again. It's very meta right now, but maybe Carrigan gets the plant down here.
You take it.
Uh-oh.
You take it.
Oh, he's giving it up!
Oh,
he's giving it up for nothing!
That right there. Thought he was going to get run down, hoping to pivot, get a chance to plant again, but denied, and that is going to cost FaZe in a big way.
We know as well on the T side, is getting the bomb down is absolutely everything. Those Galils have been potent throughout the tournament here in Sydney, but what a defense towards the upper bomb site. It's Grim setting at the shooting gallery and delivering on all fronts. He had a couple of awkward moments on overpass, but now firing on all cylinders, flopping the night in the plant as well, and idyllic start for Complexity. 1-0, and presumably has to be the eco here for FaZe, and indeed that's all they've got. Glocks across the board, a couple of flashes, and the SMGs ready and waiting here. Grim with the M4 patrolling towards Squeaky.
Oh, they're going to pop on the top. This should be quite easy. The Mac 10 for JT farming up, but it's Grim. He's got a double, and the rest will jump in for good measure. But Yanko on the desk made a very apt point. There is a lot of data available as far as FaZe's Nuke is concerned. They've played it a bunch of times throughout IEM Sydney. They've shown a lot of the playbook, and that is something that Complexity haven't. This is their first Nuke, and they can sit there, download, counter-strat, come up with the ideas. Like that pistol, we've seen them run with the waterfall smoke on top of main a couple of times, or different variations of main smokes, and then different strats that would follow. So Complexity, right out the gates, 2-0, and they're looking to make it a 3-0 start with the Halzerk Big Green.
That's a real good point, Chad. The fact he's got the AWP out so early, they won't have the firepower to combat it, but they do have the smokes. Great positioning from Elige as Halzerk to bait him in as well. First shot connects, the AWP strikes. It's an early 5 versus 4, and he can peel off now. It's Elige giving himself up, and now self-preservation is the aim of the game. He needs to get the hell out of there.
Oh, they let him out for free.
Yeah, and they let them into ramp. Descending was floppy, decides it's not worth the fight with the man advantage already.
And that's absolutely fine. Ramp is not a bomb site. It's a portal to upper and lower, but you can allow the teams to have it, especially with the man advantage. You've got Halzerk protecting the hell position, floppy down towards lower. There's not many options for FaZe. They have ramp, but not much else.
Yeah, limited options, sure. Got some sharp shooters on both sides right now in this grand final.
Oh, I like this from Complexity. Going to be taking matters into their own hands here. They'll make the next move. 2 players encroaching in towards that ramp from here. If they can find Robs in the corner, call the round done, but he seems to be very aware of this prospect. Spots the first. He'll get the first kill, no problem. The second eludes him though, and it will be the man advantage maintained Complexity.
Oh, brilliant reaction from Brokey. Catches Elige completely off guard, and a missed shot from the AWP now. Halzerk's revealed it. Fired off the shot.
Not ready for
Carrigan's got the element of surprise. A beautiful strike, but that bomb is denied. And another required as Brokey gets it. All onto JT. Only an MP9 to his name. That bomb needs to go down. It will do. Thanks to Carrigan. Finds the rifle, swings open the doors, and Carrigan secures the round for FaZe Clan. After an early disadvantage, that's quite the turnaround.
Yeah, precisely. Considering how that one started, you thought they were in a bit of a tailspin, but that power position from Rob sure only gets the one and the done, but good trade work available here for FaZe. We'll catch that again in the highlight package. This pace from Brokey to immediately close down that distance, and one of the things I think FaZe are great at is they're able to quickly close down space on Nuke. You think, oh yeah, they're strung out, it's a bit of a default spread. 1 minute, there's 3 players in your face. You're not ready for it, so great job.
Oof, very difficult rounds here. That AWP was expensive, and they're feeling the ramifications of it now. Just the P250 for Horzerk. Elige, though, good position towards Secret. They still have firm control of the outside area, and it's Carrigan exploring the option. The first smoke goes down to land to get towards T-Red, and they'll follow it up with a wall of smokes as well. That P250
Great spot from Elige, though, Henry. This is what the key for this round is for complexity.
Yeah, they want Horzerk to take the aggro, just present himself a few shots through the smoke, and hopefully Elige can swing. There's the aggro taken. Double kill on a blade. He can't deliver. Oh my God, it's Rain through the smoke. Finds a 4 versus 3. The reaction from Floppy is everything here. Can't connect the dots, and surely this round is done.
Yeah, especially now. The jig is up on the push through lobby. They're both there, both spotted. Incendiary down, delays the rotation. They can't chase that bomb.
Oh, this is Rops's regular home, tucked in towards the ramp. Surely they just have to save the miserable option of the 2.
Yeah, there's nothing available. Yeah, I know. It's not what you love to see, but it is the correct maneuver for complexity here. Will be 2-2 for FaZe. The double kill, if that comes through. It was everything. Elige only picks up 1 there. It was perfectly set up as well. Like you said, Chad, a prime position. The aggro taken by Horzerk there. They were lined up for him. If he gets both the kills in this moment, call it done. But Rain through the smoke, I have no idea how he gets it so cleanly, but it's absolutely everything. Nice reaction from Floppy, but didn't have the weapon for the job.
That was like a transfer from Rain. He was like spamming towards Hell and just dragged it into Elige.
Wow.
Bomb goes off and nobody with it. Starting to understand the radius is a little bit more after a week's worth of play.
This should be the first tactical timeout now, if you ask me. If your complexity at this point, you've saved 2 rifles. Money is a real concern going forward. And get into round number 5 here.
Yeah, it can't be the buy. It just has to be what can we do with these 2 rifles. It's traditional to see teams go, well, maybe not traditional, but it's definitely one of the meta moves to get that boost behind the blue box over towards Warehouse, see if you can find a cheeky pick.
And it is going to be the eco otherwise, so they'll save 2 rifles, one of which is an AK as well, but going for the bigger picture.
I'd be asking for it. No, just going to stand and deliver is JT.
The highest rated player of Overpass. Now put to task with Grim's help.
That was a great grenade, isn't it? From bad to worse.
Yeah. And if this is a sign of Rain's form, we know how much he likes to dominate that yard position on the CT side. He's doing it on the T right now, but could be a sign of things to come. He's in the zone.
Okay, Rain, show us this one.
Write that one down.
Didn't quite work. We'll leave that one in the notebook.
Rub that one out. Rub that one out.
You can throw that. I'll look for some other nades. But now it looks like it's not a problem. Rain continues to dominate the outside area. That's his second frag of the round. The rifle has been removed. The Grim is still here, but Elige caught a difficult time as he vaults up towards the hub. Also trying to recover the pistol, but Grim still has a fighting chance here. Does he ever? If he gets the 3rd, this round is back on. 2 versus 1 now, and he can't quite find the 4th, but great shooting coming in from Grim.
I think the shake up to his head there says it all. From 0 to 100, great shooting for Grim. That's going to be a confidence booster.
Yeah, man looked so mechanical.
Well, Complexity know what it feels like to start behind in the map, right? That's the same way that Overpass started. They had to have some massive performances to try and turn the ship. It was FaZe bouncing back late in that first half, and then a back and forth game all the way down to the wire.
Those kills still have a knock-on effect here. It keeps FaZe Clan very modest here. Sure, they have a 3-2 lead, but Complexity back on the buy. There will not be an AWP in play.
Only 1 kid as well.
Elige's been spotted, rumbled in his borrowing into Secret early. And Robs is trying a bit of a pacey one here, waiting for the flashbang, staring at his mini-map, and ooh, didn't quite get that one right. Howser can see him. It's a free frag for Robs, traded. Good from JT.
They're down the vent.
They managed to slink down. That was a distraction. It was all a distraction, a ruse. The bomb, though, covered by Floppy. The awareness, an all-time high.
Yeah, he's a great round player. He's
Might
done a
have
great
him
job.
as well.
And at least he gives the information away. So Rain gets the kill, but it's still a 3 versus 1. They know the bomb's down towards lower. Some damage inflicted as well. They do not have to force the issue here. Force the plant at the very least. Rain looking for kills. You can see he's desperate. He knows he can't just plant the bomb cleanly.
And clean it is for Cole.
Important response, and 3 bodies means that there'll be no issues for them going into the follow-up buy. So important round, and this is what we continue to want to see in this grand final.
And this is when those 3 kills from Grim in the round previous have a real knock-on effect now, especially if no plant coming in, courtesy of Floppy. Great maneuver down towards
and
lower.
They weren't expecting it, were they? You could see both of them getting caught off guard. That is massive from the flop.
So what kind of buy have we got coming up next here? There will be AKs, and there will be probably Galils in the mix as well. And you can see an AWP for Brokey. It's a mixed bag of firepower here. As you see Elise looking to continue the frags outside. Back down towards Secret.
Must have
this
been
time
spotted.
safe. Yeah, you'd think so, right? But he's been there time and time again. They'll definitely be aware of the prospects.
But this is the same approach Mouse attempted. They had Frozen trying to cross more often than not. And they also had to deal with Squeaky because Rops loves to make those maneuvers. If Complexity can have evolved the game plan of Mouse, maybe they're already a step ahead.
Walking in. Owls dug wide. Solid connection. Equalized, but only for a second. It's Brokey's AWP. Catches and punishes. Pivot required out of Complexity now. Warehouse lost, and ooh, we saw a bit of leg there. Floppy, brave to go for the fight.
Yeah, knowing there's an AWP in play as well, that's very brave to say the very least. It's Carragher, the only player gone down for FaZe. There's still got a minute on the clock here as well. Complexity on the back foot, and Nuke is a difficult map to respond and find territory as Grim does fall.
That is important. Rops does have space towards ramp. If they just hold this vent rotation, they should be able to waltz in and get the bomb down, but I don't think they're aware if anybody's in the site. You can see them diligent on all the clears, worried about the corners. There's lobby space taken, but it's all happening on the lower deck. Complexity, wrong place.
Diligent clear. Doesn't want to be caught off guard. Can't quite believe they've got it.
Oh, it's so far away. This kill will decide the round. If Rops gets at least one, making a double, the round is over. Fantastic positioning once again. And he looks to find the third as well. It's Floppy trying to get a kill from the hell position, and he'll get it, but there's no way he can win the round. He'll fall back and head towards CT Spawn.
Brokey's already hunting. He's run up Secret already. Seems like he has a good idea that Floppy is considering this save, but he's been able to hightail it. And I think also they're worried about that bomb radius themselves, so just making sure they've gotten the hell out of dodge. I don't think the world has quite ever experienced that before, guys. Chanting that at a save. It's what we're feeling.
And that's why you're saved, for the cash, for the moolah.
Oh, Rain is just laser beaming with anything at the moment.
He was looking red hot. He hasn't really missed a beat so far towards that outside area. And Elise once again getting baited in towards the seeker position. He times it well, but Rain just one step ahead of the curve. They go 4-3, a fantastic T-side campaign. Floppy, he saves the M4, but they can't justify any other investment. So he'll have to go absolutely massive here if Complexity have a chance of stealing this round away. Elise, there's an Eagle outside, takes minimal damage from the grenade, and he is undetected for now.
Ex-teammates could be head-to-head in the server on that one. Twist goes looking. It's actually Rops with a spot of aggression from the ramp push, and he's handled it so well.
Melted him.
Composed as two test him, and he leaves with 2 scalps and full HP. Maybe, no, maybe not. Halzak thought he had the jump on him, but it's a third added to the tally. And one by one, they walk into the crosshairs. That is a clean one for FaZe, up to 5.
Yeah, worst case scenario with that previous round loss for Complexity. Win one, lose one, knowing the economy, the way the finances are at. So it is going to sting. It's the CT washing machine at the moment. We're still learning and developing what this MR12 meta is really going to consist of, but the CTs we know kind of get the rough end of things.
Absolutely. Like we've seen one Holzuk AWP. That's because they had such a strong start, though. They managed to pick up the first couple of rounds. Third round, Holzuk AWP. I'm not sure we'll be able to see that again, Chad. It's going to be a difficult recovery of this half now. 5 rounds already. Great showing from FaZe Clan here after losing the pistol, bear in mind as well. They were 2-0 down and only given up 1 round since. They're looking very comfortable, and it will be the first tactical timeout for Complexity. They've got the AUG for Holzak. He's been using a lot of these scope weapons to mixed effect, but it's normally the Krieger who does most of the damage here. We'll see if he can get anything done with the AUG. And in terms of utility, they've got the absolute bare bones on the North American side here. The smokes, a couple of HEs to kind of blow up those wall of smokes towards outside. And we'll see if they can recover here. FaZe Clan have got a lot to work with. Money's starting to build, and they've already got enough rounds in this first half, to be honest with you. We'll see if Complexity can answer back.
FaZe are really good in the mid-round, so for Complexity, you're either going to have to stop them before the round gets out of control, or your responses will have to be picture perfect. FaZe are looking masterful at the moment as far as Nuke T side is concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, individually as well, sharp.
Yeah, it's only Twist that's missing from the recipe so far. He had a very quiet overpass, 1 and 5 right now, but still plenty of Counter-Strike to be played. If he comes online, God help Complexity. He's had a fantastic showing in the tournament, generally speaking. For now, deploying the smoke from T-Spawn.
Lige needs one, and nearly the second, the last bullet on the nose. Rain's gone, Rob shut down. And the remaining members of FaZe, they head into Floppy's domain, but he's ready. And all guns are blazing, takes down the AWP of Brokey.
Yeah, that will do though. 1 and done with this sort of advantage. That's absolutely fine for Floppy. They know where Twist is at this point, and he has no utility. He's got the bomb shore, plenty of time. The best he can hope for is some financial damage here.
Yeah, this would be an insane misplay from Complexity to allow Twist back into the round.
Yeah, he shouldn't be looking for anything more than maybe 1 kill. The CTs don't need to hunt this whatsoever. Let him save his AK. You know their money's absolutely fine on the T side.
Well, this is where the objective changes, though, for Twist. His money, with the loss bonus coming through, he could buy again. So if I'm Carrigan, I'm in 2 minds. Mr. Van Dolken, how much magic do you have for us? Another kill would be great. Just soften up the CT economy even more so.
It's true. Even 1 would be pretty disastrous for Complexity here.
He's going to call it. What was
10 seconds, though. There's the kill.
Can't plan.
There's another. No. They've lost 2 kills, 2 rebuys forced by Twist.
Oh, after time, but not a problem. He has 4.1k,
exactly.
And he found 2 kills. So you'll take it.
Absolutely. Now, he can still get the AK, the armor, basic utility as well. Now the CT is going to be struggling. They're averaging around $3,500 per player. That's a hollow victory of a round. It's a 4 versus 1. Like I said, they didn't have to even play that round. They basically just needed to stop the plant, and that was it. The fact that Twist gets 2 there, it's absolutely massive. It sets up FaZe going forward. If they pick up this next round, they'll probably pick up the remainder of this half.
Brokey had a lot to say there. Normally a man in interviews a few words, but in the server, one of the most commanding as far as in-game comms. So what is he looking for?
He wants to go shopping out yard.
Floppy on the MP9 here. You can see those ramifications, those previous kills coming through already. And Lige has been strong outside, but a lot of pressure here with the utility. Smoke's being deployed, but he still has a gap. It's Brokey on the AWP, looking for the first pick. Flashbang deployed. And Lige with another spray, gets the first and needs to try and stay alive here.
Yeah, he's baiting out the shots. He knows the AWP's posted on him, catches 1 through the box, lives on. Nade looks good. Combined with the AWP, it could be the end of Brokey. But look at that. Rops, Rain, and Carrigan connect on the re-aggress. Nice aggression from Lige, as actually they managed to equalize it. Drops into the site, low HP. Lige dead. And only Halzug left. 14 HP. And a USP, not the weapon for the job.
That is a captain's round right there from Carrigan in through the main smoke. Nobody even knew it was possible. That's how we saw stereo kills all across the map. And he gets his way in. That is huge from Finn. We might catch it here in the replay. But he was able to sneak in through main during the madness. You see that kill onto Grim?
Yeah.
There's no way Grim was ready for that. Massive stuff.
And that could be the round that breaks Complexity's back. We knew the money was thin before. A great effort to bring that round back to life, but now desperation starting to come through. The Nova shotgun in the hands of the in-game leader, JT. Aggressive, of course, towards outside. Nice grenades, to be fair, from Cole. They do significant damage towards Rain, but the Molotov will take care of that shotgun. Robs will find a great shot towards Floppy. Ramp is wide open once again, and the CT's in a real rough spot right now.
I will say it's such a luxury to have Rops on the team who's either searching Squeaky, Ramp, or Hut. Lobby is traditionally not the point of activity. Right, JT, sure, he'll grab that. 9 HP. Not a whole lot more for the South Africans to pick up. But having Rops just, look, I know it was against an eco, right? And that's where everybody gets a little bit more confident indeed, but we've seen it in the gun round. So Rops has just stayed a nuisance and traditionally painted with this brush of this passive lurker. Well, he's been more than a heads up throughout IEM Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, with this full clear call, they'll know where the bomb's going. But they can't really do much about it. The Halzug, yep, covered by Robs. Drops down, and this round looks like a 7th imminent. A guarantee for FaZe Clan.
Well, if 5 is all you can get as Cole, I'm sure you will take it. And they've had some good heads-up rounds with the players getting multi-kills. Sure, look, Grim on 11, Lige on 10, And those two, I didn't think we'd ever see a partnership after their relationship in Liquid. So it is great to see that they can get along here and form this union on Cole, because those two, with Floppy, that becomes a very, very scary rifling trio.
Well, it's going to have to be absolutely everything going forward. Bear in mind, they won the pistol. They had a 2-0 start. There's only been 2 follow-up rounds since then. FaZe have looked pretty comfortable. Sure, there's been moments where Complexity found a bit of magic. The multi-frags coming through, but they haven't not been able to close out those rounds. It's Elige who can go hunting to see if he can find a rifle here, but the bomb blast will probably take him down at this stage, hoping to take someone down with him, but he's going to get blown up, unfortunately for him. And down he goes. So it's JT to save the AK-47. He started with a Nova shotgun. The fact he's got an AK,
that's an upgrade.
Something, right? Yeah, we'll take that all day long. So 7-4 now. Final round. Elige will have the AK-47 in hand, but it's Brokey, Rops who are looking incredibly deadly here on Nuke.
Yeah, when FaZe get into this level, they hit this stride. Dupree, watching it the other day, talked about it, saying when they are shooting this hard, you just have to find a way to shoot harder. The only way for Cole. They got the M4s back out.
So many possibilities presented with FaZe's openers. Grim under a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this is the Rob special. Out into main. So much space, they have no idea. Rob's behind enemy lines. Elige catches him. That's a big one for Cole. More available if Grim dares. He has to trifle with twists.
They can slow it right down though. Oh, the bomb's already gone down towards lower. They can speed it right up. Forget everything I just said. That's an amazing plant. And Rain looking to move them down towards the lobby. Round should be confirmed here. They have got no idea what's going on in this round.
Yeah, it's still awkward. Down the vents, coming up ramp. That's their main port of call into the site. Carrigan decon doors open for him. He has to disrupt this pursuit of the defuse. Oh, and the numbers. They're running out of players. Complexity need kills. Elige to bodyguard. The Molly can seal the deal, but I have to get it down. On the defuse now. Brokey can't do anything but in the flame. Oh! And there it is. The clutch. And FaZe leave the hog with 8. What a beautiful round of Counter-Strike. An explosive nuke for sure. First half for FaZe 8 as a Molotov, a heroic Molotov thrown by Twists, seals the deal and a heavy, heavy lead and a heavy head for Complexity.
I can't even believe the bomb went down. How did that even happen? What an absolutely chaotic finish to the first half. 8 rounds on the T-side campaign. It's FaZe looking destined to take us to the third map for the first time in the playoffs, which will be ancient if required. As we move things over, it's Complexity now on the T-side. P250s in hand, and just a single flashbang here, so nothing too technical. They're looking for these opening frags.
Goes without saying they need this, but it'll be both pistols in Nuke if Complexity can find this, and that's a great start for Elige.
Exactly what the doctor ordered to remedy this. Nuke, Grim's hit 1-2. This 1-2 punch of North American talent. They've hit all the shots necessary. Carrigan the next to fall. And it puts it all onto Brokey. 5 still alive for Complexity.
Yeah, well, Brokey at this point, if he can find a couple of kills, maybe that's something. Waiting for his opportunity to strike, but the Julies might find a double kill here. Surely he does no more, but he does get himself $600, I suppose, towards the end.
Yeah, but you say the Julies, and then you think he has 30 bullets, and he doesn't have to reload, and there's 3 players and stuff to come in his direction. Brokey will only find 2. A great shot from Elige, and Brim as well. And cops a goosh for his troubles. But well handled, and even a few extra bullets into the body. I don't mind that from Elige at all, showing a little bit of attitude as FaZe. We don't see this every day of the week, especially not in MR12.
On Nuke, you very rarely see it, but I love it, to be honest with you. The CZ of Twist especially has had some very impressive moments in the tournament, especially towards our hub position, and it's Rain. He's been deadly so far with this Desert Eagle, looking to open things up, and Complexity lying in wait on the other side. The first shot strike is JT to find the first kill, but Carrigan not far behind.
That's really a big frag from Carrigan. It reveals that the Eagles are in play.
There's that CZ.
And yeah, look at the damage he's done. So many low, softened up for the Deagles. Complexity not clearing their corners. Halzak does finish off Brokey, but from behind, Robs will find 1 and only 2 HP. Has Carrigan really got the Deagle headshot in him? It's captain on captain.
Oh my, a huge advantage for JT here. He controls the pace of this round. But where is that bomb? It's down in towards the hut, I believe. Waiting for Carrigan to make the next move at this point. And Carrigan, he's still got the Desert Eagle.
Coming.
Now there's the Galil.
He's coming.
Is this another clutch for JT? Saves him from a red face there. That could have been it.
They went towards up. Those upgraded pistols, the Kevlar, it's always going to be difficult to get by them, but still, Complexity get the job done. The financial ramifications not that large, because bear in mind the full eco up next, presumably. There is the option, I suppose, if you FaZe to force buy again, but I would not recommend it with this sort of lead they have right now.
Well, Henry, I don't know about the force buy, but how about a half buy? MP9, CZ, shotgun, Complexity, are you ready for this?
Oh my.
Okay.
Oh my. All right, yeah, you're right. This could actually be quite deadly. We're going to see Rain once again trying to find their heads of those Desert Eagles. Double kill for Floppy, and there's quad in total. It's just going to be Brokey with the shotgun, so the half buy.
Bigger investments. Yeah, bigger investments than the previous, and even easier for Complexity to walk over. And when you take a look at the scores on the doors, it is about to read 8-7, just a 1-round game. And this plucky underdog of Complexity, they want to get things done in 2. I think we all had plans for that third of Ancient just around the corner.
Yeah.
But this next gun round will be pivotal. If Complexity pick up the first gun round of this second half, not only are the scores level, but they're the ones dictating the tone, and they're the ones who already have the lead. FaZe will be feeling the heat.
So, FaZe will get $2,900 into the next round. Brokey didn't spend as much cash, and with that shotgun kill, another $900 and an AK-47 snatched away. If you can save that weapon, it'll be absolutely massive, but surely Complexity won't allow that to happen.
Catch me if you can. They have to get away from this bomb radius. How's Brokey going to fare? Tucked in all the way back secret, and he's going to lose the loot.
That's a shame, but still, it guarantees an AWP. That 1 kill alone with the shotgun with no Kevlar, it means he absolutely has the sniper going forward. They're going to need it as well. 1 round the difference now as we go 8-7.
But Elige is showing up in this grand final, and he's won a trophy in Sydney before. That run, that Intel Grand Slam, that legendary Liquid roster, he had a teammate, and that teammate was Twist, who is currently a little bit of a no-show. If he can really step it up on this CT side, FaZe might have all they need to get map 2 done.
Oh, here's Brokey. We said he'll bring out the AWP, and it's Rain aggressive, of course, for good reason. A double dink comes through.
Look at this pace.
I love it. Halzerk throws caution to the wind. The rest of his team nowhere near him. A one-man mission.
They've got no idea.
They've
got no idea.
This is huge. This is a dream. And
No!
Halzerk just about gets it done. Main is smoke. FaZe needs something. A no-scope attempt to push through the smoke, and it looks like 8-8.
There's something about that heaven position when you have a guaranteed frag. It can all fall apart very quickly. He course corrects. He finds the kill. Surely the round is over. It's a 4 versus 2 now. Brokey was in the vents, bear in mind, with the AWP. Took a pot shot. If that connects, the round's back on, but it was a 1 in a million shot, doesn't work out for him.
But it's the sheer pace of complexity they've been using in these rounds. They did it on the pistol round, just how they want to spring into action. Want to force their way around towards this hell and heaven space, and Robs will punish Halzerk. He didn't like how that one went down, but it will be 8-8, and this really is complexity surging forward. And I just can't quite believe the type of Counter-Strike led by JT, South African representation. We've never had anything like this before out of the region.
100%. He's making history just by being on this grand final stage.
Yeah, top fragger in that first map as well. 24 kills in a very close game against one of the world's best.
So note that kill. Elige kills Rain, and Halzerk knows Rain's dead on yard. I'm going to take some space, and what space did he take? All the way up to heaven. No one ready for him. And yeah, I understand this one from Neo.
Yeah, shell-shocked, just trying to piece this one together. We've got a leaky boat. Let's plug these holes. That cannot happen again. But now they have to consider the opportunity that they might want to spring into action in similar fashion. So do you go heavier towards yard? Do you go more passive towards yard? Do you try and play this AWP and Brokey towards CT spawn or heaven? And if that happens, he's removed from the round.
I think Brokey's going to get stuck in here. I think he goes for an aggressive play towards ramp, like he's been spotted outside. I feel like he knows he's taking matters into his own hands. I'm interested to see what he brings to the table here. But it's a pivotal round, a chance of complexity to take the lead here. Looking to close this series out in 2 if possible. Brokey not going towards outside here. It's towards heaven to kick things off.
Typical stop util. Molly on the hut from the T side and clearing that one out. And they want to go. They actually nade the smoke, looking for Robs, at least trying to apply some pressure.
Well, at least make sure it doesn't get up to those aggressive hijinks. Remember poor Nexius?
Yes. Robs has been timing some nice smoke pushes.
Yeah, and they've leashed him. So by doing that, it's like, okay, there's no ramp progression. We don't have to worry about losing this lobby space. Now we can reroute, regroup, and set up the execute as planned. I love this from Complexity. Thinking on the job.
Yeah, they've been innovators, and it's been rewarded. Went into CS2. So 3 smokes expended.
Twists here. Good flashbang as well. Doesn't commit to the swing. Bear in mind, a few CT players have our helmets here as well. They're going to
execute A. They're going to execute A.
Brokey, though, he's right up against him. He spotted a little leg on the jiggle. He knows Script's coming. He nails the first shot. In defense of the side, can't hit the flick. Need a big one out of Twists. The first is great. Humbled now. And up to Ray. The dink is in, and it's all good in the FaZe Clan hood.
Robs' response time, impeccable. They had forced the rotation, the 3 smokes towards yard. It makes you really think it's going to be the play outside through the smokes, maybe down secret. But it's the top pop late, and Brokey heads up, understanding if they do take the yard space, we need to push lobby as FaZe. Twist gets one, sure, but it's all Robs up the ladder, not looking his way. Easiest kills he'll like, but the most important is FaZe draw back that 1-round lead. They need consecutive here, Henry. 1 and done is not enough.
Well, this is a chance to take control of the game once again. You can see JT on the Galil, the same smokes deployed outside, much more pace behind them at this point. It's Rain who's been impeccable towards this area. It's Elige though, 17 kills in the bag, an opening frag to find the 5-on-4. Brokey's out of position. He can do nothing behind this wall of smokes now. We'll set up Twist with the flashbang. Good damage, but not quite enough. They have to rotate down towards
Floppy heard that. Floppy heard that.
Absolutely heard that.
The re-smoke, he knows there's another top side still.
That smoke resets around. Good work from Carrigan. Allows him to rotate, assess the situation. Brokey can look for the retreat towards Secret as well.
But he'd expect it. The fact that Secret's been blocked, where do you go? Complexity have to come back up, or they have to sit and wait.
Yeah, and opportunity presents itself, and a clean one from Brokey. Good adjustment. Repositions now. And a 60-second mark. No hurry here for Complexity, but I say that they are walking into Carrigan. Looking for the fight. He's investigating. And deleted.
There's no quick rotation. They can get onto B. There's no fast rotation point for FaZe. Elige might even hear this.
Yeah, he knows. And he's got such a power position for the late flanks. He's got no answers
they do.
for B. They've got everything covered apart from that ramp descent. Chris clears him. A fantastic find. Even from Elige, eventually the bomb's gone out of their grasp. Twist if he gets this one, no! JT denies, it's up to Robs in the clutch again. Elige not looking, can't surely win that one, flying up the ladder, gave it a good go.
But lacking consecutive rounds, this is miserable scenes now for FaZe. This is a horrible place to be, that CT side economy. If they're going to make a buy happen, we're talking FAMAS is in the mix. You got to be careful with this. Sure, you can get the resales, but take a timeout. This is the opener from Elige, just catching Rain, backpedaling through the smoke. The impact now, he is the talisman for North American Counter-Strike. The difference maker, Elige, he was there for Liquid. He's now here for Complexity.
These rounds are getting scrappier and scrappier as time goes by. It is Complexity picking that one up. Elige is fired up. 9-9, tactical timeout. Looking down the barrel of a 2-0 deficit, FaZe Clan need to work out their next maneuver here. Their CT side finances are not ideal. It looks to be a half buy here. We've got an M4 for Rain. He goes to the hero rifle. 5.7 CZ Scout. As Complexity hunt for double digits here.
They changed their mind, Henry. I watched them buy in the first moment of the timeout. They had FAMASs and M4s, and then they got called off.
Oh my God, Brokey, he isn't going down without a fight.
And he takes down Elige as well. Providing opening after opening, this time it's an opening death.
No
Brokey,
way.
he's in the right place, sticks around in the flame, doesn't find too much. Rob's hiding, biding his time. Floppy looking for it. Pressure onto Brokey, fires his shot. Robs will activate for one. Advantage FaZe still. And only ramp to boast for Cole.
Yeah, this is actually looking quite promising now. This T side have only got one smoke remaining here. They have ramp room, but
there's no rotation from FaZe lower yet. They're worried about going down this vent. They haven't taken the space. The vent's not broken, sure, but traditionally there's a lurk towards Squeaky, so they have to clear this out. That's buying a lot of time. Rotation to come down, and it will be, well, signified that this lower side should be the hit. Decon smoked off.
But they're being quite apprehensive, Chad, here, and that's going to be Brokey! Another scrappy interaction here, but it will be Hulzo coming out on top. 45 seconds, still a lot of round to be played out here. Rain rotates down towards lower, but in the vents they go once again. Do they go back in towards the upper bomb side? Rain got Hulzo's number. Huge kill, and he'll maintain the advantage.
Oh, sweaty palms for these two now.
Locked in.
And Twist, the element of surprise. They're looking for Rain, but they find Twists and trouble.
What do you do, JT?
Nothing. With Carrigan one side, everything boxing him in, and it's a FaZe Clan round!
Absolutely insane scenes, and you start that one with the Brokey flick of the wrist, a bit of a wrist breaker indeed. And maybe the back of Complexity to follow.
Oh, wow, yeah, just when it was looking tantalizingly close to the 2-0, Brokey injects hope and life with that one.
Yeah, fantastic work, and it was then the MP9 towards the ramp, and then this kill by kill. Complexity getting picked off, Carrigan to close things out there. An absolutely massive round for them to pick up here. Their finances back on track, and they take the lead once again. And Chad, it's a full eco here.
Precisely, more impact from Neo's timeout. Right, they called it off, it was a half investment, they win the round, and now Collar on eco.
This should be a walk in the park! The orb unloads, a missed shot from Brokey.
Hang on.
They will not find Robs despite the damage done. He's still hitting every shot he takes, and one from Halzak short. But FaZe, 11.
Henry, think about the mental. You had them on half buy. You've done all the hard work. You're in a massive rifle round, and you lose to a scout, some pistols, one M4, and now you're in the dirt. 11-9, FaZe surging forward. TC on the timeout. They need a miracle call.
They certainly do. This is backs against the wall now, and it's going to be something fast, Chad. I can tell you that right now. They've got 2 MAC-10s, 3 AK-47s. We haven't seen many upper rushes today, but I've got a horrible feeling that's what's going to be presented next. The Hail Mary. Throw caution to the wind, get stuck in. I feel that that's going to have to be the play here. JT with the SMG, Floppy with the second. And it's now FaZe hunting for map points on their pick here. The third map, Ancient, looking more and more likely as time goes by. 14 seconds till we're back in the action. I feel like it has to be an upper rush. With the firepower they lack, there's not many other options for them.
Oh, this would be an uppercut. One way to announce their presence. One way to show that they aren't done. They're mentally not out of it yet. Floppy's got the HE. I'm sure that's destined for the door.
Has to be the upper rush. It's all we can really think would be worthwhile here. And in we go, boys. Deep breath for Floppy.
Carrigan! He got caught! Pulling out the nade! And now they're punched! Complexity! They found it! They found the round!
And
Didn't have all the pennies!
It all comes down to being caught with the grenade in the hand.
But
Didn't
the
forget
flash
the
was
upper
late,
rush.
Henry. The flash was late. Floppy came out before the flashes. He was so ahead of the play. I don't know if that was the call, but Floppy, the aggression, the MAC-10, the moment they needed. And back and forth we go again. Check it out. Floppy coming through. The flash isn't even in play yet. You sure it's in the kill feed? But he was ahead of it.
Oh man, as well. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the player cams on Complexity, I thought this was curtains. I thought Nuke was FaZe's for the taking. But coming into this one, and with 5 alive, they take almost all of it away. Brokey's Orb hiding out, and will come through.
And we lost Grim en route there, but that's absolutely fine. They'll find double digits themselves, close the gap down to 1 round again. Complexity back online. It was a brave call to make out of the timeout there. TC decided to go for that upper rush. The set piece comes through and Floppy decimates Carrigan in the corner.
I want to ask the question, do you have the balls to do it again? Well, FaZe, they have just called their last tactical timeout of regulation. And Neo has been pretty good with conversion off of the back of these calls. Let's see if he can do it again. The pressure is really turned up a notch here. FaZe, the loss bonus, 2,400 for them going into the next. It is in their favor. There's residual cash for quite a few members. Brokey with 1.9, Rain and Twist with 1.5. Carrigan and Rops a little bit more far off the mark. They give up 11. They might have to half buy again to defend against 12. This one's going the distance.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Make some noise. This grand final is delivering on all fronts. Second map coming to a close. There's 1 round in it, and Brokey is full set. Once again, down the fence. Opening kill found.
But still the top side under scrutiny. There's a good hold from Twist. Needed that one. Brokey's done it again. Multi-kill, close quarters, combat orping.
Turned out they did have the balls to call it again, but FaZe is just a little bit bigger. That'll be it. Call it 12. 1 more now for FaZe. Map 3. 5 kills away.
Record it, Chad. Did they have the minerals to go with that upper rush once again? They gave it a go, but Brokey ready and waiting. He's getting everything done for them, carrying through the second map. Could be the final round of play, 12 to 10. No choice but to fully invest here. Complexity into the round with 2 Galils, a Tech 9, and a couple of AK-47. There's barely any utility. Most of it deployed already. Is this where it comes crashing down for the North Americans?
The Aussies won 3, but Elige, he disagrees. A good opening. Taking down Rain. Rops is already there. A mix-up at the setup. Perhaps he can catch them off guard. Silent now. Quick, smart, down, and a Brokey frag. Again, impact from the AWPer.
Yeah, he's absolutely everywhere, playing a spectacular game. And a magnificent shot from Carrigan. How has he hit that?
Drive-by! Brokey says bye-bye to Complexity's hopes. Unless Talzuk and Grim, with this bomb going down uncontested, they can play this post plant between the two of them. Setup has to be perfect. FaZe have so many nades, smokes, molotovs, kits. The kit and caboodle to take us to a 3rd map in this grand final. Grim, if he could just find one, and in exchange towards Talzuk's position, Grim needs to find them all now. It's all on his shoulders, and he's shut down as FaZe take us the distance. We need 3.
Oh, the Australian outback, a beautiful place. A vast expanse covering more than 70% of the continent. And it's home to some pretty gnarly creatures too. Scorpions that'll sting ya, dingoes that'll stalk ya. And also, one of the most adorable creatures in the Down Under animal kingdom, the Roo. Too fucking cute. These guys generally look pretty chill, and they're friendly and sociable. They also spend a lot of their time simply hopping around. Don't be fooled though, this guy packs a walloping. Although not always in their peak aggressive form, you mess with his pack and he'll fuck you right up. We all remember what happened to Liquid. This is the Australian brown snake. Highly venomous. One of the most toxic in the entire world. He's not going to come to you. You'll find him lurking around the extremities and inside of these pesky crevices. But if you do ever enter his turf, he's going to become highly territorial. Don't be fooled by his size. He can do a lot of damage. One sting can be lethal. Look, you can see he's getting agitated again. He's getting all fucking annoyed and stuff. But don't worry, I know how to handle this magnificent beast, and he knows I mean him no harm. Settle down, sweetheart. Save all that aggression for the server.
Our prayers finally answered as at last we get a third map in this arena. FaZe wrapping up their pick of Nuke 13-10 with Rops and Brokey standing tall on this home ground. An absolute barn burner of a matchup. I cannot wait, Blair, to be diving into Ancient. This is a grand final.
This is a grand final. I'm so happy we're finally seeing a banger of a game here. Back and forth we go. And this was just some, I wouldn't say sloppy, but just messy and fast-paced, and also a lot of cool ideas coming in. We can just jump on in. You know, the first, I think the final round of the first half as well. Quintessential FaZe, right? Just chaos being created and someone coming out on top. I think it was round number 12. You can probably play it as well real quickly here. And just the way FaZe are trying to create chaos and catching complexity off guard. That first half had FaZe written all over it, despite losing the pistol.
Yeah, round 12, let's bring it up, because it was crazy, it was chaotic, as you aptly said, Blair. A quintessential FaZe fashion to be closing out this half. We can get round 12 up to show the viewers at home. There we go. What's going down here?
I mean, you have the smoke from Mini. I feel like a bit of a mistake here from Rops pushing on out, but what's happening is the bomb gets planted lower. Brokey's all by his lonesome, and he just plants the bomb, and it comes down to a 4v3, trades are back and forth, and Twist. He lobs in a molly, and from beyond the grave, steals the round away from Complexity. That's FaZe in a nutshell in that one round.
Just so chaotic, leaving things down to the wire, and yeah, Complexity having to scramble to try and get on the bomb in time. But we're talking about some of the FaZe individuals, and Rops was doing some dirty things on this map, wasn't he, Yang?
Yeah, very chaotic game, Freya, but still, Rops, he's cool, right? What he has is composure. So first start of the round, round 7, I think this was the crucial round of the first half because of the economy. A quick trade on Yard. Now it's a 4v3 situation for FaZe. I want you to take a look at this guy. This is Floppy. You can't see the name clearly here, but he is the ramp player. Drops very aggressively. He pushes as the smoke is fading, and he doesn't see anyone. They hear someone, they will see spot someone on Heaven. They might not know it's Floppy, but because of the fact that Robs doesn't have any contact, that allows FaZe to really push down Secret with the remaining 2 players. Now it's a 3v3. Complexity found Rain outside, and Robs, of course, patient as he is, probably pieced the puzzle completely together. You can see how aggressive Twist was going down. He gets the double kill on the flankers. In the end, Floppy is going to be forced to save, and this completely shatters the economy of Complexity and gives FaZe control of that first half.
And that's why, you know, you love to see Robs play, but you hate to be playing against him because he's such a mastermind in these situations, able to piece the pieces of the puzzle together, create the full picture, and take full advantage of it.
This was a masterclass from Robs individually, right? But overall, we have to commend the T side and the tactical vision and the tactical game plan from Kerrigan and the company from FaZe, right? Because even though it looks chaotic a little bit when you watch it like this, right? But it's actually pretty good game plan going into this game, pressuring vent, pressuring door, so Robs can actually get those opportunities. Once Floppy rotates from ramp and goes to ladder base, he gets a lot of opportunity to go down the vent, down the ramp, and create even more chaos. And we know that he handles himself very well in chaos because he can recognize the situations, the little gaps, and then make additional frag, and that's how he wins around 8 on the T side. That was supposed to be enough.
A different player would just hold something in lobby, right, and wait for a push on, but Robs, he goes for these opportunities. That's why he's one of the best T-side Nuke players in the world.
Let's give our flowers to Brokey as well in this one. Again, continuing, you know, although they didn't manage to close out overpass, he was having instrumental impact on that first map. The fact that he's found himself in the zone, and we can see him getting vocal on the server as well during those timeouts too. Put in some words and in so many frags.
Yeah, there were moments as well, right? For Brokey, I feel like he had more moments in overpass, like more flashy moments. If 4K comes to mind, but you could see the way he was maneuvering himself on that CT side, especially when the big pressure he was taking, trying to take matters into his own hands. A couple of shots missed here and there, but he go back to the one round with the scout, for example, you know, just decapitating a player coming outside. So despite the fact that there have been some vagaries in the individuals for the FaZe side, you know, Rain was comparatively a little bit quieter. Twist was still struggling a little bit, so. But Brokey and Robs, they're just this consistent foundation of fragging prowess for FaZe.
Let's move on to round number 19 because, you know, we've been talking about how FaZe are capitalizing upon things. There were small mistakes from Complexity coming through, or maybe things that we were questioning.
That's a round that Bled just mentioned. Brokey gets the entry kill, right, with the scout. Robs dies 1-for-1 on ramp, and now, once they trade with him, they have the B bomb sites, right? They're gonna get the kill on Brokey. Why are they going vents? Why is Hauser going vents? Why don't you just go, you're in a 3v3, just plant the bomb and play the post plant. You killed the ramp player, you killed the rotator, and no one else is in the site. Even if one player went down vents, where can he be? He's not long, he can only be decon. I don't know what the idea here was from Complexity. They were overthinking. This was a half buy for FaZe, so they would have been at 11 instead. They lose it, FaZe gets life back, and manages to only just close out the game.
But that's the sort of thing that happens, right, when it comes to arena games. The pressure is on, and you got to remember for most of the players on this in the server right now, they haven't been in this sort of situation in perhaps ever, right? And you are going to have miscomps like this happen.
You're shaking your head, Kassad.
Yeah, I don't think it's the arena. I don't think it's the pressure. I think the specific situation was pretty simple. I know that there was Deacon was smoked, and then somebody probably called out. There was a rifle, you know, behind that smoke. Rain wasn't there. Halzrak was on the sneak through the vent, but Rain read that, and then he went back, killed him, and that was the problem. Communication, I think he mistimed his, you know, initial flank because simply he just played it bad. That is all, but nothing more than that.
Well, finally, oh Lord, finally, we got a third map in this arena. No better way to be closing out this grand final. So let's go ahead and check in with Heku, because she had a chance to catch up with the teams ahead of Ancient.
Right now we have Complexity. I had an opportunity to talk to TC, and he said, like, despite the fact that they got both of the pistol runs, there were a bit too many mistakes on their city side, and FaZe took advantage of that. Right now it's going to be the third map, and it's definitely going to be the final one.
Yeah, I am so excited to be diving into Ancient. Of course, we've seen Complexity playing this one quite a lot. So how are we kind of weighing up the two sides of the equation?
They played it quite a lot, and I think that goes into their benefit, but it's not a great map for them. It was, as the tournament progressed, they were slowly getting better. They managed to eke out a win against Bedboom. G2 was nowhere to be found in that semifinal, and Complexity just dominated them across the board. So I think it really helped the amount of times they played it in the tournament, but still, FaZe, I feel like they have an edge.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Like, when it comes to G2, like you said, they were not in the server at all. This phase is going to be a whole different ballgame altogether. What I really like for Complexity on Ancient in particular is their ability to just fight back in the second half. It's kind of 50-50 in the first half, but on the T side, right, just some really good, fast-paced, depth balling coming out from them, and that is something FaZe have to deal with.
I feel like the experience might, you know, be a factor right now in map number 3, right? After you lose the map like you do on the second map, if you are Complexity coming into the third one, yes, you maybe have the advantage because you played the map more times, but overall the experience should be, and the mental edge should be on FaZe's side right now. I'm a little bit afraid from Complexity. I think they just need a good start to avoid kind of going, you know, back, going like super deep in the minus, I guess, to lead the round. So overall, I think FaZe has the advantage a little bit here.
Yeah.
Any individuals that you're looking at for your money, Blair? We haven't seen too much from Twist. Is he, you know, going to be instrumental maybe coming into Ancient?
Yeah, Twist has been very, very quiet so far, but for me, I think if Complexity pull off this, what would be a massive upset, is going to be Floppy, right? He was actually phenomenal the last 2 Ancient games they played against Bedboom, and I do believe against G2 as well, just looking almost unplayable. So if Floppy steps up, this could get really close.
Well, we've already heard from the Complexity camp, courtesy of Feku, so let's see how Neo and the boys are feeling heading into Ancient.
So I had to talk to Neo and I asked him about what exactly happens during the tacticals, and he said like when it comes to the team, he tells them like to cool down, to chill out a little bit, like, so they make sure that they're playing their own game, so like Complexity would not catch up to them. We saw that work out, and hopefully they're gonna do the same thing on the 3rd map.
From all of your CS2 games? Simply search your Steam account to access a detailed breakdown of all your matches. Find your best maps, check when players are banned for cheating, and access other in-depth statistics from matchmaking and basic games. Gain access to your entire CS2 playing history with csstats.gg.
Oh, he's pushing smoke, bro. Let's go trying so hard. Jesus Christ, man.
Summer is over.
He's so blind, one close.
It's time to try hard. Join the first CS2 League season.
Market, door, one. Cat dead. Let's go.
Win your share of $214,000 on your path to ESL Pro League.
Stare and stumble into place. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose. 'Cause I don't wanna be the one to lose.
Bye. A very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching from. IEM Sydney 2023 has only one more map left. Sydney, are you still with us? Let's end on a high, shall we, as we find ourselves in the third. FaZe Clan on one side of the stage and Complexity on the other. I'm joined by two of my favorites, Henry G and Sponge, to bring you all the action.
And it's not very often, Alex, we get to say the Grand Final is the best game in the tournament. This one had delivered on all fronts, right down to the wire on both maps. Everyone turning up, and we're seeing Ancient to close things out. A fan favorite, our favorite map probably as well, Chad.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this one get underway. Just the sheer pace that these teams have been approaching some of these moments, the punch that has been packed by the individuals, and the excitement that this crowd has brought. Sydney, you have been amazing. Let's kick it into gear one last time.
Legacy at stake here. Starting CS2 with a trophy is what every team dreamed of, and only these two still have that up for debate. I'm sure Complexity, they probably weren't flying to Sydney with the expectation of standing on this stage.
No, not at all. Stark underdogs up against the beast of the stage. Nobody does it better when that aura is at an all-time high. FaZe versus Cole. Let's get it on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this epic Grand Final culminates here on the soggy swamps of Ancient. I want you to give me everything you fucking got. Complexity, take on FaZe. This is for all the marbles. Let's go! Complexity, 2 smokes, a Molotov, and they're sending all the manpower in towards the A bomb site. It's Carrigan setting up his teammates to the flashbang. They're getting aggressive on that CT side. It's Twist getting ready to push in toward the B lane, but no one to be found. This will be an A execution. Smokes are deployed, and Leisure patrol the extremities, and it will be this A finish as Cole commit to in toward the bomb site.
U2 limped out, and they're in. Rotation on the way. FaZe have to deal with a Liege. He's spotted out too.
Yeah, Rob's the unknown entity. Will they clear him? Tracks them. Oh, the trigger discipline! 2 clicks, and the pistol is theirs! Taken by force!
Rob's in these pistol rounds is finding his impact and the patience in pressure of the last map's pistol, and he keeps his cool.
Dude, you see that, the indecision. Grim thought about it, decided to opt for the let. It was a 50-50 on the clear, and Rob's the trigger discipline. The fact that he has enough of a level head in that moment with this much pressure to hold his fire and take them both.
And bear in mind, it was looking very good for Complexity. They don't even get the plant out of that one. It has to be the full eco. Once again, we go in towards A. It's going to be a pop flash courtesy of Floppy. And look at the aggression, the assertive play of Brocky. They know exactly what's coming in here next. It's going to be Robs to defend. He's got a lot of players in front of him, and he's starting to mow them down. A good response. The M4 only good for one. They're scrambling for the plant. They might just get it. The bomb doesn't get planted, but they get a couple of kills. Not all is lost. It's still a pretty decent round.
I thought JT might have actually got it down there. That was mad.
That's called commitment to the cause. An in-game leader's brain.
Yeah.
We need the money. Just trying to punch in those digits, but Twists, an important denial. Sure, they will be buying regardless. The AK is about to come into the hands of the North American core.
Hey, yo, Twists, he's just woken up with a quick 4K of his own, sure, against the Eco, but it is terrifying if he wakes up as well.
This is old meta Ancient. 3B, 2 mid, just full control, and RV smoke to divide. And Complexity not in a rush, but Carrigan, look at the aggression.
Yeah, he is. Forced away. Rain, he wants to fight. They want to take these fights.
Yo.
It's already Robs onto a leash. And now Rain! He'll take 2!
Oh, that might be the round in itself. A 5 versus 2, Floppy and Grim, nothing they can do. Smoked off with the bomb and T-spawn.
But look at the radar. I really just want to point out this line of the CTs. If they go for full mid control and B lane every time, that laden with flames, that mid space, they're just going to be able to lock down and have this key component. I'm talking about old meta, where we know how much more difficult it is in CS2 with some of the adjustments to be able to get out mid and fight for cave. It really hampers the Ts. And sure, the CTs, this is only good out the gates. Once the util starts to subside, it's not as powerful. But the round's already won. So Complexity, you're either going to have to cool your jets, slow it right down, or start getting a cave smoke in play. Otherwise, oh, nice shot. Something back. Rain low, Twist half. Carrigan as well.
Yeah, it's Rain though. Look at this. This is absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
okay.
dear. Okay, this is actually getting a little bit problematic. A 3-on-2 is certainly possible. Bear in mind, it was a 5-on-2 to kick things off. They've still got 30 seconds here. One player defending the B bomb, so that's going to be Carrigan. He's tucked away here. He's low HP as well. There's every chance he goes down. Big kill. That should secure the round at this point, unless Grim can do something magnificent at this point. He knows where the first player is, finds that frag, can detect the second. It'll be a fake plant almost certainly. Oh my God! A real chance there. An almost hollow victory considering the advantage they had, Chad.
Yeah, precisely. And if you're Complexity with the shoe on the other foot, you're happy that you brought back a couple of kills. As you mentioned, that one felt like it was done and dusted immediately after the initial exchange. So the fact Complexity get a few frags back, well, that is something to celebrate.
Yeah, it keeps FaZe modest, to say the very least. Takes the wind out of their sails. They don't have as many resources going forward. They might not be able to continue with that emphatic pace. Still a successful round, still 3-0 up, but just not as clean as it should have been. It does allow Complexity to partially buy into round number 4 here. Tech9's across the board, and a straight-up B rush trying to channel Carrigan, mow him down if possible. It's going to be the first kill for him, but his flashbangs are insane, but Brocky is better. JT, a couple of kills once again, but a pretty comprehensive victory for FaZe.
Hold up, is this pace a little bit worrying for Complexity? I understand that they want to get the pedal to the metal, and it was favoursome for them over there on Nuke when they were taking that yard space. Remember Halzerk's flank around the heavens, as well as the pistol round. But 4 rounds have gone by in the blink of an eye. And look at the lineup. This couldn't be any better. Rain just coming out, mowing him down. Broky's still alive.
You're right though, Chad. Those flashes really set them up for success. You could see from Broky's POV, it was Rain, however, with full vision, and he profits.
There's that cave smoke. You can see it going to land.
Yeah.
Smoke cave through the flames, JT.
It allows the T's to actually focus on this mid area. You can see CT's very aware of it as well. Oh, it's JT taking advantage of the smoke blown towards the cave entrance.
That was desperate.
That was Twisted's nade, and it leads to Rain's demise.
They were trying to hook up Rain in towards the cave, but it leads to his demise. You're right, and now on the back foot here. A 5 versus 4. Around Complexity have to convert here. They cannot afford to go down 5-0.
They're flying blind in mid. Smoke on donut, smoke on red.
Well, this is key. It's going to force Carrigan to acknowledge the rotation. Good pressure from Complexity.
That loss of Rain, will it continue to bring Complexity's first round on this 3rd map home? Rops, a master of his craft, short.
Cheating over.
And making the gamble. Hedging his bets. A hard clear ahead of them. Oh, Carrigan blinded. And in the flames he burns. But now the angle cleared. Rops only the one. It still favors Complexity, but only by a gnat's wing at 10 HP. Carrigan finds the headshot. Repositions. A double kill from the captain. He's surely going to go down now, but can he take one more with him? No. The answer to that, it's Halzerk with the frag.
Well, here he comes, Twist, yet to die in this first half. 5-0 right now. No utility with the AK-47 in his hand. This one certainly in his wheelhouse. The first frag is his. Up against Elige, former teammate now, to try and continue the streak for FaZe Clan. Bomb planted, ticking at some pace. He's got a defuse kit. He's got the firepower and the HP, but Elige is giving him nothing.
Elige versus Twist. Who'd have seen this coming, and Elige the one to prevail, to bring home the bacon, and Complexity's first.
Oh, what a well put together round. The remedy for that lane aggression immediately comes into play. The cave smoke, JT, the in-game leader, stepping up with this opening pick, and he even found more. Great job as Elige doesn't even allow Twist to get towards that bomb. Denies, and they're happy with that one. They're on the board now, Complexity.
And you can see now the financial ramifications of that previous blunder, the 5-on-2 that led to a 2-on-2 essentially. Broky having to take matters into his own hands. He was so good on you, carried them over the finish line. His first shot rattles off, doesn't connect, and now Floppy takes advantage and finds some space.
Yeah, but I bet you were hoping that to be a surprise, right? The
exactly.
AWP in a round like this, what are the investments looking like? And immediately he's the first shot rattled off.
Yeah, but look where he is now, completely evacuated. And so, if Complexity are wise to this trick, wise to the potential, it really only hinges on Carrigan.
I like the fact they're calling the bluff. Carrigan's gonna get a face full of lead.
Oh no. Still good. Gets the smoke down. Oh, Robs' push does nothing. And Floppy's clearing out the site one frag at a time. Brokey and Twist, they have rotated through. This will not be the path of least resistance for Cole. And Twist makes that clear. A statement of intent onto Halzerk, trying to right the ship. A 3v5 now 4.
If Brokey gets back towards A, quick smart, there could be a chance, but he hasn't rotated just yet. Still over towards Speedway. It's just going to be Rain.
Yeah, he's an A main though, I believe. So yeah, this is actually not a bad position. If they overlook the spot, go for a quick plant here. It could be everything. What a shot from Rain. He takes the aggro. It's enough for his teammates to rotate in. Brokey's here with the AWP. They might be able to establish the round. 3 versus 2. There's complexity collapsing. And Rain steals the round away.
180 degrees you have to deal with coming out Donut. The fact that Rain holds onto that territory, Rob's pushed and already died.
This shot,
yeah, what is that?
Tracks him on the jump. Elise does everything to pull the crosshair. Brokey, this crossfire, by virtue of Rain surviving. Look at this. It's so good from FaZe Clan. And the frustration's bubbling over to the surface now.
The first signs of tilt there for Complexity. They've been so composed throughout this series, but that is a rough one. They had absolutely everything going in their favor. The first couple of kills, they had FaZe on the ropes, but they didn't account for A main there. If Rain was able to find some impact, buy some time for Brokey to rotate over, it could have been enough, and it was absolutely everything.
I just don't think Elige can quite believe it. They dealt with the aggression or what they thought. There was someone else towards A main, really?
Yeah, Rob's push. You wouldn't expect Rain to be there, so positionally, god tier from Rain.
Well, this is the problem now. If Complexity can't get themselves back into it, sure, this is just a lighter investment. They're in so much trouble.
They win these rounds, though, Chad. We've seen it time and time again in this tournament. They can make these rounds work. It's Rain only good for one. Karrigan providing the backup here, but still, neck and neck. This kill could decide it. Karrigan maintains control. The B bomb side is his. The pace will slow down here. 2 players remain. Elysian holds up with everything to do, and he actually has a pretty decent position, but can't connect the shot. That decides it. Elige would have to do something spectacular with the Tech 9 to stand the chance.
Well, I think the fact that he is not noted, he is truly, well and truly behind enemy lines. You have to do so to catch Robs off guard.
He's so aware.
And he's so aware at the possibility of the slip, and Robs connects.
Yeah, the frustration starting to spiral for Elige as well. Yeah, you can see it. He's done a great job as an individual maturing in front of our very eyes. He's still a young man, but you can see he is the one who needs to keep it together. The rest of them do not have the experience on this type of a stage, and now he is cracking. That is a big issue. It shouldn't all be on him, but in this environment, it is. That is just the fact of the matter. There is not 2 ways around it, and there's another reaction. He needs to take a deep breath and try and reel this in before it's too late. A 5-round lead, Alex. This is out of control now.
Yeah, and look at Elige go. This frustration leads to an immediate charge through the mid-smoke. He wants to fight. He wants to tussle with Twists.
Yeah, that was so close as well. Significant damage. One more bullet could have done it. Rain jumping for control, showing us some tricks here. A lot of damage inflicted towards Complexity. Here's the Karrigan signature org completely removed by Floppy there. Another opening kill. And they've got plenty of time to work with here. Rain will try and recover the B bomb site, get himself out of cave here, but his Complexity is slowing it right down.
You have to make good on this number advantage. What they did before was great, right? The way they played the map, the pressure, the rotation, just got a little bit too tricky, and this one's a bit sticky. The smoke is missed. Oof. A singe of the flame.
No denial of the info they were aiming for. Brokey posts the AWP up, says mid all clear.
I feel like you should just stick to your guns, but that smoke, oh, very deep. It's way too deep. That's gone through the doors.
And 2 missed smokes in 1 round, Chad. We're seeing a lot of that this tournament. Understandably so. The first CS2 Grand Final here. Pressure is high, but also missing a key shot there as well. Starting to crack once again. 40 seconds. They need to work out how they're executing towards the B side.
Yeah, he gave it a go. Grim trying to find the space, but now segregated 1 by 1. They topple. FaZe already with the half in the palm of their hands, a 7th to absolutely secure it. And there it is, FaZe Clan. They're feeling themselves here on the 3rd. And for Complexity, they're up against the crowd too.
Karrigan's asking you one simple question, Sydney. Are you not entertained?
Chad, you were right. That advantage they found, they completely squander it. They can't connect the dots. The shot's not landing. And it's Brokey once again closing the round out, 7-1. They are spiraling here in the third and final map. 4 rounds to go. Money is a question mark. They haven't planted a bomb once in this T-Side campaign. The one round they win was by virtue of kills. Not a single plant otherwise. They've got $3,400 per player. It has to be another half buy if you ask me. If they've all in invested in this one, they are just living on a hope and a prayer. Hoping they can steal rounds away with those Desert Eagles and Galils. I think it has to just be Tech 9s and build for the future. And they'll get 1 hero AK. That will be about it.
If we take a step back, think about the way the world was talking about FaZe Clan. Were they done? They haven't won anything in some time. The Intel Grand Slam, sure. But where have you been? It's not the team that everybody was hoping would follow through. They've been a shadow of themselves.
Losing motivation towards the end of CSGO as well, where it was a question mark whether this roster would stay together, but what a way to kick off their CS2 campaign here in Sydney.
And you've got to strike while the iron is hot. A new game, some new quirks, but the same FaZe back in form.
Yeah, everyone's here. Every single member of this star-studded squadron on all cylinders.
Oh, Rain is just a master of cave.
Yeah.
He knows what he has to do each and every time, when to be aggressive, when to peel off, and you can see right now, sensing the pistols on the other side, doesn't want to risk it. His AK is too valuable. Giving that in towards enemy hand to be an absolute nightmare. It's grim though, bear in mind, the hero AK-47, a lead with the Galil as well. This round not a foregone conclusion, but still a very difficult one for Cole to get over the line.
It's a committed off angle.
Leash, how
well
drilled is he?
That's nice.
That's exactly what Complexity needed.
Another opener, but you need to convert these, Cole. It's not enough.
It's true. Had too many of these opening kills now, and it just collapses in the dying stages of the round. And speaking of which, time is of the essence. They haven't got much positional control. With 30 seconds on the clock right now, Rain, a very strong position, Alex. He's got a chance for a multi-frag here. Commits to the spray, and the B bomb side now under a lot of scrutiny. Carrigan, what have you got for us?
He's got one. He's gotten away, and he's got another! Carrigan denies! It has to be Grim. It has to be JT. They can't lose this one, and they will! At the hands of Brokey's orb. No! Oh, dear! Complexity crumble! Opening kills, but no rounds to show for it!
It's unraveling at the seams here, Complexity. There's not much left in the tank. You can see the body language says it all. They are down and out, dejected as Carrigan. He had to deliver 2 kills here. Beautiful positioning, great spray down. And Brocky again with the AWP. Look at this awareness towards the red room. Boom, takes Grim down. 8-1. They're in a prime position to pick up the trophy here at Intel Extreme Masters Sydney 2023. There'll be another buy available. All for Hulzerk. AK-47s, but Brokey once again. Another chance to open things up. The opening frag has been found, but Robs will answer back.
Yeah, Hulzerk didn't quite have the adjustment there onto Robs. But the orb shut down, the frag found, and Rain, only an MP7 to his name, and that's cost him. Into the site now. We might get to see that bomb go down for Complexity. It has to be there around here.
Oh,
did he just slip through?
The space.
Yeah, JT doesn't know! Somehow he gets away from the spray. Run down by Carrigan, caught with the pin pulled. And the bomb will go down. Robs, last seen on A.
Now we need to talk about Floppy. He's got the most kills right now for Complexity, called at 9, and he's still saying, keeping somewhat calm, mind you. He might be the fire starter, right? If Elige is mentally cooked right now, someone else is going to need to have a couple of big rounds. If we can make it 2 consecutively for Cole, maybe they can start to iron out a couple of those woes. There's still a chance back in. The finances for FaZe, they're not great.
They're pretty bad, actually.
Precisely. So if the team still understands the position they have in this game, and a few of them can keep on the straight and narrow, they can still buy themselves and Elige back into this.
Yeah.
It's not over yet. There's still a lot of rounds to be played.
8-4 would be a miraculous recovery considering what we've seen so far. They know they can make the first incision time and time again. They seem to hold it together.
Openings are great, Henry.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Again, they found it once more. And now finally getting over the line, and it's going to take the wind out of the sails of FaZe. I think we've got a tactical timeout here, and this is the chance now. If Complexity have a chance in this third and final map, they need to wake up, gather themselves, and TC's going to chime in now. This has got a few more twists and turns. I
Oh,
can feel
sure.
it. This isn't going to be a one-sided third map. I'll tell you that right now.
Also, trying to keep track of what FaZe can bring into this round, you're going to be expecting everything, including the kitchen sink. But we can see with the buys, they're somewhat light on. There's a few emissions. Rain will be able to eke out an M4, but nades, it's not there for everybody. They are lacking key pieces of crowd control utility.
Do they go back to the aggressive stance now?
They don't have the nades for it, Henry. They just, like, they could do double mollies mid or a smoke and a molly and try and jump up, but normally you need a whole bunch of HEs and mollies to make this possible. We're talking 3 mollies, a handful of smokes, a couple of flashes. I don't know if FaZe can be so audacious.
Compulsory round for Cole.
Yeah. If they can pick this one up, it guarantees their 4th round, and then they'll be back in this grand final. JT tucks himself in towards the beehive. Lots of damage taken on Rude though. Floppy down to 50 points of health. Forzo not far behind him. Now hold for the aggression, waiting for it. And it's a bit of a B stack here. We've got FaZe with 3 players on this side of the map. Mid is essentially open. They're very passive towards that side. It's just Twist patrolling with the M4 and towards Donut.
Flash and swing. Carrigan, nothing to report. However, setting up his Rain with Brokey on the orb. This is going to be a tough one to crack. They'll give it a go. The flash, the missed shot from Brokey, the molly forces him away. But will they not clear? Rain! The double kill again! Cave is his domain. 14 frags from the Norwegian.
And sure, they blow the smoke, but there's no window of opportunity to do anything with it. No frag found, and look at Robs.
Dear.
He's playing a perfect game of Counter-Strike in this 3rd map. He's just such a nuisance. And Rain, another aggressive position. The shadow advantage. He's on for the ace. FaZe Clan, once again, decimating complexity.
Stay out of there.
That's mad. Absolute madness.
Oh, and it was Floppy and Elige, the 2 going through Cave as well. Just mince meat, the initial frags. And the pre-fire. That's what they were hoping for, but look at that shadow advantage. Can it get easier than that for Rain?
You just don't anticipate that sort of play. They've got the advantage. Yeah, right? You just don't even consider that an option. You've got a 5-on-3. Of course he's fallen back. We tagged him up, but no, like you said, the shadow advantage.
Double volleys!
Final round here. And also look for the double kill. It's another opening frag, but Robs answers back.
Elige, though, braves the smoke walkout. Robs cannot believe it. Caught off guard. Pants by Elige. An advantage again for complexity. Just to end this half with a glimmer of hope, a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel.
Oh, but look at the rotation of Brokey. He has no cares in the world. Completely given up the other side of the map to fortify with Rain, who seems to have no troubles at all. And guess what? They might even push.
What, with a disadvantage? Elige's going to be scouting. Yeah, you're right. Rain.
Is there a flash?
Forward. He just goes dry! Good God, it could have been 2.
Oh, Brokey will come as well. Watch this.
Oh, it's the bomb.
Brokey brings the fight to Grim. Punishes. Looking for more.
Did he see him?
He spots him. JT hits the shot on the jump up. Oh, and he hits the other. An important frag for JT. And now it's Carrigan left alone.
Didn't spot him.
See him.
Carrigan. He knows something's afoot here. Can feel the rumble of the crowd, knows he's under a lot of pressure.
He might hear this.
Oh, he did. He did. Carrigan. JT's going to look away. He strikes. Oh, JT. He gives them something to celebrate. It's only 3, but is it enough for a FaZe heading for that trophy? Find out with us when we return. One final half of Counter-Strike separates us from crowning the first champion of IEM in CS2. FaZe Clan boasting 9. Dangerously close to that necessary 13. But can Complexity start with the pistol? It really does require a pistol round for Complexity. Spamming away into the smokes.
Just Halzak.
He's got a lot on his plate. Carrigan first contact, good work from Halzak. Brought down by Twists.
Bomb will go down.
And now Ray needs 2. He can't get anything done. Looks good for Cole. If they can get this retake started. Hold on. Robson Brokey hitting shots. Brokey just miraculously finds 2. It's Floppy in the clutch. Pushing out. Fakes the bomb. Is they going to double peek him? He can't do anything. Oh, and Carrigan, look at the sigh of relief. They know the hard work has surely been done here. 10 in the bag, Complexity. What can you do now? Look at this from Brokey. 1 great, this shot. Ball, shoot.
Oh my days. A death sentence here for Complexity now. We talked about the CT side, that second round force buy. Pick your poison, Chad. Do you go for it now? It looks like the answer is a resounding yes. They will be force buying here, the final timeout, and this could decide their fate. A scout for Halzak, an M4 for Elige, MP9s, pistols otherwise. If FaZe pick this round up, they are 1 point away from championship points, and it looks like they're destined to pick it up. The old faithful MP5 is being brought into the mix as well.
JT fully investing in Elige. He drops the rifle, he drops an incendiary. This is a captain looking to his star and saying it's now or never.
Well, if you want to be the big player, you need to step up in the big moments. Elige, this is your chance to find the impact. Solo locking down mid, that silenced M4 sent forward. There's a fight coming.
Oh, and now Elige, he obliges with a fantastic double on the M4. Complexity called upon him, and he's delivered for a second round force buy. They must convert. The job is surely done. Elige brings the fight further. He's lost his life, and that could perhaps raise eyebrows if this continues to spiral.
That's all the firepower removed now. Bear in mind there was 1 single M4. Now it's down to the MP9s, the scout. They can play 2 players on either bomb site here, but there's so much time on the clock available. Robs and Brokey available. They've got a couple of smokes between them, AK-47s in tandem as well, as Robs investigates the extremities here. The bomb's still down in towards spawn, waiting for any sort of reactive play from the CTs, but they're burrowing themselves in. They don't want to give anything away here. This round is still up for debate. Amazing work for Elige. You couldn't ask for much more than that. Damage inflicted, double kill found. And now the CTs know they can't rest on their laurels. They're going to have to be a little bit more active.
Yeah, not playing scared. Playing to win, not playing not to lose.
Yeah, there you go. That's the upgrade back in the hands.
Ooh, did Rob spot in?
I don't think so.
Oh, it doesn't matter when you can react like that.
They can get in towards B. There's multiple members here, sure, but nice util use from Brokey. Short smoked off. Halzak has to reposition. They can still lose this Complexity.
No.
Yeah, there's that double smoke down now.
Oh, it's actually a guaranteed plant.
And no kit.
And no kit.
Not like this.
A 10-second defuse.
Can't be like this.
Required.
It can't be a 5-on-2 that slips away. It simply cannot go down like this. It will be done. The game will be over if they cannot convert this round. Bear in mind, no kits, no utility. They have got the M4, but they have to get their skates on here as the bomb is starting to tick at some pace here.
Yeah, Rob's already primed and ready to take that first contact. He has to take the fight now. Floppy, good for it. JT combines. A 10-second defuse. Brokey in the clutch, can't do it. And so Complexity They weather the storm, battered and bruised, but a 4th on the board.
And that's the first sign for Elige in this final map. He needs to do that and more. The task that is going to be at his door will be massive. FaZe will not relent. They will keep coming with everything they've got in pursuit of this 13. But Elige with a double kill, miraculous stuff. We were talking about it, you want to be a big player. Well, he showed up here today to keep the minute and secure number 4. But that is a meager 4. 6 more rounds just to tie things up.
It was anything but comfortable, but with the massive lead they have, FaZe Clan will accept their fate, take the full eco here, allow Complexity to slowly but surely work their way back into it in terms of resources. 5 players making their way in towards A.
No support for Hauser.
Oh, you're right, but he has got a strong position, chat. This should be fine with the first kill. Tuck in. Oh dear! Big spray down, and there's the first ace of the Grand Final.
No, not on Hauser's watch, on his own. But he gets it done with ease. The full eco bash is one way for the Norwegian to make his mark.
It raises morale. It gets him back in the game. It boosts his finances. And maybe, just maybe, Complexity can build upon this. That's more like it. The Norwegians start stepping up as we get into another gun round here. AK-47's available. It's just twist down to the Galil. They still have a massive lead here, but a couple of promising rounds of Complexity have got them back in his 3rd and final map.
Look at FaZe. Not fighting for this control early, allowing Complexity to aggress. Alex, this could be terrible for Cole.
I haven't smoked the doors. Carrigan spots him, sprays him out. This is a lot to do, and Carrigan good onto Elige. He gets nothing, and neither does Floppy. 2 of the brightest stars in Cole extinguished in the opening 20. And there's more to be had. Great find. JT has given Complexity control of B. Full control. His teammates elsewhere ready themselves for friction. Oh no, Grim. On his first peek out of the donut side, he's gone down to twists.
Hauser's not clear in this.
If he does,
I think he is
the dead man. Beautiful from Hauser. Now that bomb on the back of Rops, likely going down.
It's the wrong gamble.
Oh, they're so far away. They've got an incendiary, 3 flashes. Kits are available. Nice little swing here, hunting for information. Twist, what are you up to? They need to maybe retreat off this one, reposition. CT's right back in this. They've got kits available. And he looks thriving at this point. Hauser managing to spray them down. It's Twist who cannot convert. Complexity, keep the dream alive.
That is 3 consecutive rounds of confidence boosters. The Elige on the M4, thanks to the in-game leader. The eco ace from Hauser, and now JT in the one-on-one. That is a massive round, and it's going to continue coming.
They would not have won that round without JT's frags.
Yep.
All of those important. Closes it down. Finds the equalizer on towards B doors. That's JT with a 6th for the boys of Complexity.
And look how quick this can get out of control. FaZe now without the bomb going down. Wait, no, hold up, it did. They still just can't justify a buy here. It is just going to be some deagles, some smoke, some light util. Extinguish.
It's still a dangerous round. They've got Kevlar. They've got Desert Eagles, some basic utility, flashes, smokes being deployed in towards middle. Grim catching a face full of them. He needs to find at least one here. He can't go down with nothing. He'll get the first. It looks like it's all under control. Complexity coming back to life here after a disastrous start on Ancient. This one's locked in. Rain and Brokey will have nothing to say about it. The best they can hope for is a couple of kills, maybe a bomb plant, but I can't imagine a world where that happens. This is looking convincing now. Complexity posting 4 in a row after this round.
2,900 loss bonus into the next, so more than enough for the buy. Can they get any damage done? Or did Cole get a clean sheet? That'd be ideal.
Jesus!
No way!
Bomb plant is guaranteed. That's massive for Rain.
Yeah, he earned that one.
Yep.
Insane.
Fair enough. No, not another one.
Bloody hell.
Crosshair was in the right place.
I would have lost my absolute shit. Yeah. Oh, okay.
3-round game.
Yeah, hold on.
Well, that plant and the damage that's been done you feel at this point with the loss bonus where it'll find itself going into the next, so we're talking maxed out.
It guarantees a Brokey AWP as well, right? The plant going down there, a couple of kills found. It should almost certainly enable them to bring out the sniper, but they don't go for it. They're actually going to keep their guns quite literally with the AK-47s here.
Okay, well, interesting enough.
After losing the pistol on this half.
4 over towards A early from FaZe, so the only player to control B lane will be Rain. 20 kills to his name. The bomb on the back of Brokey. And aggression. This is interesting from Grim. He could activate at any point. If it stays too quiet and nobody peers in, he might start looking. And they're actually setting up outside his sight.
Interesting. Look at that smoke deep into Donut.
I'm curious as if that was the plan, but it will definitely remove one angle.
Elige clears the smoke. Exposed is Carrigan. Twist spotted as well, so info on the occupation of middle. Testing Donut now. Spam shy. And Grim, you're right. Spotted out. Pretty far through.
That's a problem now. Grim's in a very difficult spot. Just hoping he'd find one kill before he's taken down to the USP! And he makes it work. Like I said, one would do considering the circumstances. Back to a 4-4. Horzek snatches the lead away.
Yeah, it takes out Twist on the Donut side. This was a two-pronged assault. And it seems they're actually going to try and reset. Rain investigating towards the red room. JT here turns the flash safely. Pressure applied by the boatload. Here's Rain. Looking for trouble, looking for that equalizing frag. Elige sees the shadow! What is that from Carrigan? How is he hitting these shots? And his floppy hits them both towards the side of red room, and Complexity find another from 10-3. The score now reads 10-8, and FaZe Clan call another.
Look, it was scrappy from Grim, Henry, but the fact he gets one is massive. It slows things down. It allows Halzok to stay posted on Donut, then his ult rings out.
He knew he was done for, but if he could find one kill, they could still salvage the round. It was absolutely everything there. Carrigan with another stunning shot. You thought that would be enough to win the round, but it's Floppy with a double spray down from the B lanes here. Amazing work there. They'll close things out with the AWP frag, and Complexity are alive and well. 2 rounds in it. It's all to play for now. This grand final delivering on all fronts as Complexity now posts 5 rounds in a row.
Oh, the mental fortitude being shown by a team that is unfamiliar with the grand final stage. This is exactly what you would hope for if you were Complexity when you walked out here today. The hard work, the preparation, embracing the new game, and you're just 2 rounds away from tying things up against one of the best to do it.
What a final. This is the game we were hoping for. Every single round, right down to the wire. Significant damage at the start here, but it's Twist not dissuaded. Happy to push in. He's only got that Galil, but trying to make it work, and doesn't in the shot. We'll have to just peel off here.
Halzok in support of Elige. They know they've got him trapped. Trying to bail himself out of trouble. Good team utility.
They're going to isolate Twist.
Trapped behind the boxes, Elige. He's going forward instead of backwards. It's Brokey already! And that's first blood for FaZe. JT immediately activates. This is what Carrigan's looking for. And he still gets one. Eyes on the monitor.
Yeah, nice position there from Carrigan. Guarantees at least 1 frag. A 4 versus 3, huge advantage on a map like Ancient. You're spread very thin on the CT defense now. They can't just sit back and wait for the next move. They need to be active. Horzek knows it as well. Using the AWP towards middle. Needs to find this kill and response. Twist still behind the boxes in middle. Grim holds towards Donut, and you can see they're quite segregated. FaZe are just waiting for that next reaction, but time is ticking away.
Well, Grim's got the util to block, but he's over towards A. We can see where the bomb is starting to leer now, and he has the support of Halzok's AWP. There's 1 smoke on Rain. Where will he deploy it? Short or long? That's the question. 25 seconds. Looks like a long smoke. Halzok will have the line.
Halzok, this has to be a perfect orb shot, and it is! On to Rain. Trying to slow them down on the cross to the side. He nails another! All on Robs. No time for this one. Complexity set to collect and make this just a 1-round game! We are not done!
Oh, that's more like it. It all started with the ace for Holzerg. It was against Glocks, but it lit the fire beneath him. And now he's hitting absolutely everything. 1 round in it as he finds kill after kill. Floppy, solid as you would like, in towards that K position, denying the plant once again. Yes, they have maximum loss bonus, but it's another half buy as Complexity look to tie things up. How have they brought this game back in their favor? Up against just Tech9s, presumably a B rush. All 5 players are favored on this side of the map. They take a lot of damage en route.
It's going to be an execute, but there's 3 players here. Here it comes.
There is a receive. That's a problem. That's a response. Hauser, can you really get another? Can you save your boys? Watching from the sidelines is JT. Rain's already got a lot of space, 7 HP, but it's not stopped him pushing forward. Retake required.
Yeah.
Rifle juggled. Elige fast on the flank.
This is real dangerous now. Bomb ticking away, CT retake coming through there, smoked off for now, trying to find some space and control. Robs will spot the AWPer, it's awkward now. He takes him down, and now this is where Complexity are on the back foot, but Elige, he's fighting back.
He's done everything he can. Oh, and through the smoke, Brokey finishes off Grim. Floppy needed that one, and Brokey in the clutch. Is there a gap on the smoke?
There is.
There's 2 of them. He could just spam the diffuser. He's gonna get Floppy off the bomb. A clutch from Brokey. Imminent. He's done enough, and FaZe finally break through.
The first round is the pistol round. FaZe get it done with the pistols, and what the hell was that entry? The Tech9 from range.
Oh, we'll see it again.
Here it is. What the hell is this? Bang! Run and gun. The Tech9 rips it open.
It was anything but an easy round. Brokey fighting tooth and nail through the smoke. How does he find the defuser so cleanly? And they are back. They are the ones in charge now, 11-9. Money becomes an issue once again for Complexity. These rounds have been so tantalizingly close every single time. MP9 for Mass. A lack of utility, and this is a chance for FaZe to post championship points.
Oh, FaZe allowed hope to breed in the Complexity camp, and now to squash them like this. The buy you mentioned, the financial situation, the problems they face. If they cannot bounce back immediately and hit double digits, FaZe Clan will be lifting that trophy in 1 round's time.
Clear intent. The call has been made by Carrigan, but Elige looking for info early. As he glances down B lane, spots a nade in the skies. Floppy calls it clear. Info flowing. Info flowing.
Rotates.
They've lost so much of the map now. FaZe have no choice but to go for this A commitment. No 2 ways about it. You've lost everything else on the map, and Complexity have everything.
It's a double pump. They're hoping that they over-rotate back. Here comes the second wave.
Smoked off. He can't go through mid as he may have intended. Grim. Halzak as well to help him out. Goes through the smoke. Oh my god! Halzak! He saves them with the opening. Maybe more required from Grim. Oh! Twister's got him! And FaZe 3 frags away from the 12. It's only a couple left, but just like that, Elige has cleared him out. It's up to Rain in the clutch. He nails Elige, and JT once again has to come up clutch. 37! Rain! Ice cold in the clutch!
And that might be it, Alex. That might be the back-breaking round that guarantees the trophy. It's championship point. Money is completely ruined. After the huge streak of rounds, there is no loss bonus to speak of. And it's Rain delivering on all fronts, finding his 24th kill. That reaction says it all. They are in a world of trouble now. It will take 3 rounds in a row just to take us to overtime. And it all starts here. SMGs and pistols. FaZe have got open runway to pick up the trophy right here, right now.
They're losing their grip. Unbelievably close down to a 1v1, but now the margin for error is 0. Complexity.
The crowd wants blood. The fan favorite, delivering an unbelievable run. They started this tournament with a loss to Gamer Legion.
True.
But is there any more from halzerk?
Bear in mind, the firepower is not significant really for FaZe either. They're operating with Mac-10s and Galils. There's every chance they give this one up. It's halzerk who's had a fantastic showing here in the Grand Final.
He just ran away. The smoke from Karrigan forces the rotate. And so Grim has to step up. The 5-7 spams, snaps a neck. TK still hitting shots. And Complexity, they need more.
Rain again, this time a 1-on-4. I don't think so.
They do not go quietly into this one.
Unbelievable. It's the 5-7. That throws a cat amongst the pigeons there.
And Elige with another double.
He's holding on, he's hitting the shots, it's halzerk. 2 onto an enemy, 1 onto a teammate, but that's a Complexity round.
And the money's broken. We're going back and forth here now. It's going to go right down to the wire. They're averaging $2,400 per player on the T side. And this is the moment. Their nades out, their pants down, and Grim capitalizes, pounces. He only gets 1, but the damage is significant. Even with the team kill, they managed to get it over the line convincingly. And we could be going to overtime now.
Yeah, look at the purchase. They won with this before. They're saving enough. Their loss bonus 2,900. They can buy next round, but they won with this round before. That Rain entry, the Brokey clutch. Can they do it again?
Surely not.
It's
Once
the exact same
bitten,
strap.
twice shy. JT, yeah, he backs away this time. Into the side they come, unloading his magazine. It's halzerk with a double, and Complexity are taking us to the final round of regulation. Nothing left for Robs. Shut down on the partial.
This is amazing. Complexity showing great character, amazing mental fortitude. A very clean round. They will have absolutely everything they need for round number 24. Robs can do nothing. There's nothing to save. There's nothing to gather. Even 1 kill wouldn't have any knock-on effect here. A chance to compose themselves, I suppose.
Look at this. They're all watching the flank. It's Robs. Of course, he's coming behind. Position noted. Damage done. How many more can he get?
The bomb is down, disconnected from Robs. You know where he is. Staying poised is Robs. Trying to tap ahead. Floppy takes us the distance.
Oh, Floppy didn't get the rifle.
You're right. He has 5,700 though.
They should be able to make this one work. They should be able to drop the guns across so everybody has a rifle here for the last round of play. And yes, they will. The AWP in the mix, and halzerk going berserk. Look at this, 25 kills for halzerk. Monstrous stuff. Sydney, do you want overtime? Let's fucking go!
To Complexity have the minerals to find this final round. They've come so far, recovered a 9-3 deficit. They were down, but they were not out.
A's open. A's completely open. Complexity, you're wrong side of the map. You've investigated everywhere that FaZe are not.
Yeah, Grim's got the memo. He's going to have to scarp it back over. The smoke grenade would go so far right now. halzerk's on his way as well. He's going to be smoked off. He has a HG. The incendiary's not bad either. Karrigan on the lead. The spearhead of this assault. halzerk finds that HG. They pause, and he has nothing to report.
He's coming through.
Has to step up when it needs to. halzerk, 1 frag. Nice from Elige. That's overtime. 3 frags away now for Complexity. The nades have landed. He's very low. If he could find 1 more, he's sealed the deal. It's Elige again to stand up. 20, make it 22. And Complexity, they take us the distance. Overtime needed.
Have you ever seen anything like it? This is a grand final. This is Counter-Strike.
Unbelievable scenes. A sigh of relief for the coach TC there. It looked like this game was over. They didn't turn up in the first half.
9-3 down.
9-3 down, Chad.
They lost the pistol and still taking us to overtime.
And that man right there, Elige, on your screen. North America's one true hope. He hasn't given up. He hasn't lost the mental edge. And we go again.
Yeah, and leading by example, still throwing aggression into the mix as halzerk continues to find frags. Impact from the AWPer, hamstrings Karrigan, Floppy gives the fight, and this is Complexity finding a new elevation into the new game. Lovely from Grim Takes down Carrigan, poking his nose through the smoke, and FaZe empty-handed into the first round of OT.
I can't believe it. How have they got the lead?
What a comeback.
They were down. It looked like there was no chance. And they're close things out, son. It's Brokey will have the last opportunity to do something with this round, but it's all for naught. He's out of position, surrounded by counter-terrorists at this point. 19 kills to his name, but it would have to be a lot more to even imagine this round is possible.
So impressed that Halzak's still going for these opening gambits. With pressure this high, with an opponent this skilled.
He's here for the trophy.
Yeah,
He's not messing around whatsoever. 28 kills, dominating the server right now.
World-class players have half of that total right now.
Just a formality now. Maybe he gets a couple of kills, but it's not going to happen. JT will confirm the lead. They've brought this game right back to life here. The first round of overtime goes in their favor. 1-0, FaZe Clan back to the drawing board. Even with these open bomb sites, Chad, they're not capitalizing. They look a little bit frigid. They're not ready to commit. They don't have the same flair we saw in the opening maps.
I feel they need to take the pace back out of it. When they allow complexity to make the initial gambit, the move, go aggressive, take the space, that's when FaZe were doing a good job capitalizing in some of their rounds. Now, to be fair, not like they picked up a lot, but we're talking the opening exchanges. So if they can just bide their time for a moment, maybe harass with some util like this, allow the push of Alicia's everywhere, Alex. Look at this.
Yeah, he's really in it to win it here. Now, the Cubby is a power position for this kind of aggression. And Rain has the angle, so Alicia, still takes one. Cuts down Carrigan, Rain with the rebuttal. Floppy, very committed, does need to tuck in.
Rain got away. Heads up move from him. You can see they were trying to isolate that Floppy smoke. Very telling of another surge towards the B lane to draw him back. More flashes mid, and they will scurry, tucking tail, smoked off. This is what I was talking about. FaZe taking the pace out. Carrigan can be the puppet master from the grave. The fact he's the first to fall, not the end of the world. This is the in-game leader we're talking about. Chance for him to take stock, and because they've opted for this slower pace, there's an extra layer of utility. Another red smoke deployed. JT to search through Donut. And up B ramp, that would be the best port of call for FaZe to get in towards a bomb site for free.
Yeah, different setup though. Grim this time towards the key position with Floppy. It's Rain. Throws out his smoke. Floppy readies himself for the swing. It's the fight, it's Rain! Timed to perfection. Grim reveals himself for the trade, and now the pressure mounts as they enter the site. The plant, unlikely. Maybe.
Bit late.
And it's not, it's a safe plant for it. Brokey does get tagged up a little. 3-on-3.
Hard retake.
Very difficult.
Ooh, just through the box. Brings the fight, that's what they needed, FaZe. Just have to get past Halzak. Easier said than done at times as he brings straight through the smoke. What is this from Halzak? I can't believe it!
He's got a kid!
Maybe, just maybe Halzak could be the hero for complexity. Twist is going to have to think about it. And he does! Oh my God! Oh!
He had a chance in that one. I can't believe the maneuver through the smoke and towards the cave. He knew a player would be residing there. Gets the advantage, 1v1. And it's Van Dolken who's victorious and finds FaZe their first round in overtime here. We go 1-1, a missed shot. If he hits that, it would be miraculous. Continuing that godlike form that he's shown throughout the second half here on Ancient.
And this is where the real legacy starts for Halzak. If you could just wipe that clutch from your memory, wipe the ifs, buts, and maybes, focus on the now, focus on this final round of this first half of overtime.
Oh, just the details here as we go deep and the pressure mounts. Another timeout called from FaZe, the only one they get in this overtime. It will allow them to have a conversation for the two, right, to get the lion's share of the T side, which was the issues for both of these teams has existed. So the fact that Neo has called this at this moment is massive. Now they need to make good on the coach. Can they convert?
Initial utility is heavy. Avoiding the majority is FaZe.
Very active here. A Legion of prime position to be flashed in, take a swing. It's Brokey behind these double doors right now. The bomb will reside there as well, bear in mind. He is joined by Carrigan. The CTs have been very good at getting this B lane control. Smoking off the double doors right now, trying to isolate any players towards the pocket position.
Oh, they mollied him. Rain, forced to use a smoke. There's some info for you. They've got full lane control once those smokes fade. It's Rain that will fight for it, tooth and nail.
Yeah, but this is very patient from FaZe. They know what they're up to. They know when these smokes dissipate, they can regain control, but it's Zerg with a prime position here. He hasn't missed many shots here on Ancient. 29 kills to his name. And won't be finding another in this round. It's a 5-on-3 advantage now. FaZe mowing them down. And Swiss presumably confirms the round at this point. 2-1 for FaZe, looking very likely unless Floppy can do something magnificent at this stage. They know exactly where he is. He wants to play the time though, run that clock down. He's joined by Grim. They're in the right position, but they're rotating off. They're hoping they're going to fall back, but it's the wrong call.
Well, they just thought because they'd seen bodies so aggressive that it was definitely going to be the A site.
They had a chance there as well. With the time running low, they're going to deny the plant.
That's going to feel miserable.
In answer to your question, though, they do. That timeout called by Neo, you only get the one, using it to try and manufacture a second T round.
It's massive.
And it's huge for FaZe Clan.
Give it a go. And it's a great start. Floppy, the sort of player that can make these rounds work, known for his clutch potential. He's finding headshot after headshot. This is getting interesting now. Bear in mind, Twist is low as well. They've got a chance. That was the opportunity, though. It'd have to be an ace from Floppy. A fantastic effort, but it will be FaZe Clan posting 2-1 on their T-side campaign in the first half of overtime.
Surely that's enough. Both of these teams with their T-side woes, but it feels like a long time since we've seen Complexity on the attack. And this was great, that patience, taking the pace out. You could see FaZe, they really just wanted to close the game, and especially with the type of rounds that they won, to get themselves up to that magic number of 12. I think they thought they could just knock them out. Hauser screaming into the void. Let it all out now, leave it all out here. And Complexity, before they get underway, TC calling their overtime timeout. Trying to keep the spirits high, trying to point them in the right direction. And Hauser, that body language, you can tell he is feeling the pressure.
Last time they were in this scenario, they'd lost the pistol and were down 10-3. Now, Complexity again feel like the odds are stacked against them. They've pushed FaZe. But will that pedigree prevail?
Well, we have got a heavy lean towards A once again. They've tried this time and time again. Complexity.
Second ult.
Yeah.
On Robs.
I like the adjustment.
That's a change up. Yeah, well, overtime allows this.
Yeah, you don't see many double orbs in CS2, just by virtue of the economy, the MR12. Yeah, you don't see it too often. This could be a great remedy to try and find championship points again. It's Rops holding towards the temple, but he's up against the big man himself. Zerg,
such a
slowly but surely. He's got the
clear.
bomb on his back as well. Needs to be careful here.
It's a frag for Cole, but we'll see if they can convert it. That was their problem.
Definitely won't expect a second ult now.
Yeah, Twist is getting run out. Need a trade here. He's getting them both. JT sweeps him under the rug. Man advantage extended by Grim's headshot. And Rain thrust into a 1 versus 3. Flash at his face as the bomb goes down uncontested. Trying to play around the smoke. It's held by Grim, and Grim secures it. High impact from him there, a triple kill for the first on that T side.
Imagine if they just clean sweep this. That was huge. We didn't see the action on the Brokey, but it must have been a massive shot.
It was Floppy that opened things up towards middle as well, right? And then Swiss, the double spray down, on for the third, but it didn't have the HP. That was beautiful from Grim as well. A preemptive shot towards Spawn closes things out, and it will be tied up once again. They'll continue in their T-side campaign. We're 14-14 right now. The double orb setup won't be coming out for a second showing.
Just can't risk it. 12.5k. You could spend that quick.
Huge nade.
How many sound cues?
Yeah, and then Brokey builds upon it. Hold on though. It's only the one from Grim. Brokey's racked him up. Shut it down. His rival AWP is still around. As Halzak walks over the 3 corpses of his compatriots.
Very difficult scenario. Bear in mind it is first to 16. Whoever picks this round up is a championship point once again. Roki is trying to stay alive. Bide his time, try and see if they can force the plants out of them, and it's going to come through. It's a fake.
And JT actually hit one. Spam the boards, found Rain in the cave, and now with the bomb down, Halzak and JT trying to do the impossible live before our very eyes. He looked away. JT, an impossible one for him, but a powerful position all the same.
Yeah, the smoke's not ideal.
He's got the nade, he's got the nade.
Throws it high. It's well timed. Twist, his first victim, but there's a quick knee-jerk reaction out of Roki. And so it's FaZe on that championship point once again to be the first to lift the trophy in the new game.
Wow. Every single round is up for debate. A 4 versus 2, it looked like they had no chance of the bomb going down. If Auto gets that kill towards the cave, you never know. They might have pulled it off. It's a frustrating finish, and he knows it as well. He's got to keep it together. He's had a fantastic showing. One more chance to take us to double overtime. Can FaZe convert it, pick up the trophy right here, right now? It's been one of the best grand finals of recent memory. A fantastic showing from both teams. And it's Ozark once again. Opening kill.
There's only one man here. It's Carrigan. If they dare push, if they dare take this initiative.
Look, he's blocked. He stopped them from coming up the ramp. They won't make the move. Rob's searching now.
Oh, it's JT. He could be dead. He's not, though. Over comes Robs. A massive frag. A response from Twist, now noted in mid. And Halzak, just as he looks away, it's Carrigan that reaggresses. Advantage squandered. And FaZe in prime position.
And it's Elijah's low as well. There's 20 points of health. He can't be the linchpin of this operation. It's Floppy and Grim that have to do the heavy lifting here. They've got a minute left on the clock, but only one smoke available. They've used one of them towards the red room. Great initiative to maybe get some mid control here, and they're going to go back in towards the B bomb site through cave.
Yeah, you can see it, sowing the seeds of doubt that maybe they head A main, maybe they head through donut, maybe there's even some red pressure. Carrigan, are you ready for this?
Sydney, are you ready for this? Smoke. Brokey just looked away. As they crawl, they're through now. Issues, trapped up. Carrigan zipped up.
Through the molly.
Through the molly to deny. Just spanks his bottom. There's 30 seconds on the clock. A 2-on-2 emerges. The trophy on the line. Our pot shut, pot luck, no scope not to be. It's only Brokey, or we go again. Floppy, he secures it, and Complexity force us into a second overtime.
They hold it together. Another round that comes right down to the wire. 15-15, it's all reset. And we will see, of course, Complexity remain on the T side here.
This was
taking matters into his own hands, getting that opening frag. Floppy taking down Carrigan. If Carrigan just gets one there with the Org, it could have been enough. Brokey with no choice but to push the smoke. And we reset it all once again.
Both AWPers with absolutely insane moves. Out mid again, Halzak, he's the can opener.
Oh, and Elige is the one to keep them the advantage. Hold on, Carrigan's got the double on the push. JT and Grim watching from the sidelines, but there's a lot of space. Elige has accelerated into A, hoping to borrow, hoping to catch them off guard. Floppy's so disconnected from the pack.
So Elige needs a pick here. If he can actually lock off the rotations and deny access towards CT spawn, it could be enough to Floppy to actually get the bomb down here. That's a huge kill!
My God!
17 points of health, brings it back to a 2-on-2. Now Floppy can plant.
Can he? Can he?
What's he doing?
Plant!
What's he doing?
That's costly. After all of that hard work from Elige, now it's practically impossible. Elige, North America, watching as that one slips between their fingers. Floppy's gonna be mad at that one.
I just don't think they're expecting anybody to be coming that quick because Elijah just found that frag.
Yeah.
It was a deep kill and it was somebody looking towards spawn.
Any defensive plan would have worked.
Yeah, I'm with you, Henry, but he didn't want to plan open to donut because he didn't have any protection. He tried to get off it, but Brokey just too swift. And the mental moves of these AWPers right now are round defining.
AWPers. Yeah, 31 for Halzak, and He's trying something aggressive again, through mid, through cave. Every time he goes, he seems to find the frag. The nade, it lands square on the jaw of Halzerg. Rain dancing, nades landing, Robs fragging, and pushing is Rain! FaZe! Pedal to the metal, accelerate towards 17.
Oh, this is going to be exhausting for these two teams. I know it's MR12, we've got less rounds, but just how back and forth this has been. Try and brute force. Elige with the double!
Okay, just when it looked like there was nothing to be said about the round, Elige gives them a lifeline here. Holds them into a 3 versus 2. He's low on HP, they have a couple of smokes between, they need to recover that bomb. They don't know the CTs have control of it.
Yeah, they don't know. Brokey's even worried about A. This is not by any means FaZe's round guaranteed.
If they stay quiet, I don't think Robs activates to investigate. It really does, again, fall on Karrigan. Tucking in towards Wood, and considering the HP of both of these players, he could get it done in one
smokes though.
Quick spray.
If they Karrigan, it's all on you. Spots him immediately! Karrigan shuts them down and sets FaZe up for glory!
2-0 for FaZe. Looking for the clean sweep here on their CT campaign. A comprehensive close from Karrigan. He keeps the dream alive there. One more would give them the 3-0. Great stuff here from Robs towards middle, and it's Karrigan, the perfect position, spots the shadow and denies absolutely everything in towards the B bomb site. Final round of this first half.
Been made to work for this one. Nothing in this life is free. And a grand final at IEM, no exception.
Split.
Good confident push from JT.
Red smoke missed. Oh, and yeah, okay.
I'm hearing a lot of them. Is that that was the penultimate smoke from FaZe. They've only got one left at 1 minute 20.
So good pressure from Complexity. What? Okay, Robs, that's a liberty. A freebie, JT down, number advantage.
They want twist. He spots him out on his info towards Red Room. Picks up a secondary orb. Interesting.
It's going to be the A-split to try and pick up at least one round on their T-side campaign. Assertive push from Grim here, but it's all about the bait and switch. Robs is in the corner. Twist trying to find a pick to set his teammate up. He can't find it. Robs throwing them down, and here they come. Looking for the clean sweep of the CT side, and they've done it. FaZe have got 3-0. Surely it's enough.
The nails in the coffin, and one final swing of the hammer from FaZe to condemn Complexity to second place.
Oh, and FaZe are more than aware of the rule set and the way it works here. Each set of overtime, you get yourself an extra timeout. So you get one per set. They used it in the previous, so did Complexity. Well, this time round, Neo, again, they are right here on the cusp of glory. Another moment, 30 seconds worth of composure. And Complexity, you've come back once, you came back again.
They can definitely do it, regardless of this outcome. They can leave the server with their heads held high. They've given us absolutely everything this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the final round. Make some fucking noise! FaZe Clan with 3 opportunities to close things out. Backs to the wall. It has to be a perfect game from here on out for Complexity. They move over to their CT campaign. It's Elige who's been so active towards that ledge. Halzerg has been emphatic with the AWP, time and time again, cracking things open. But one mistake will cost them everything now.
There's a smoke from spawn towards B. You can see it obscures the AWP's line, but there's the response, a double incendiary. A smoke on top. They will not allow anything pacey out of FaZe. JT, he gives it a good spam. Some significant damage done. The dunk not going to quite hit the mark, but softens Karrigan as well.
Yeah, good damage there. On the CT side, that's significant. Puts him in one ding potential at this point. That's Karrigan and Rain.
He's still going to keep spamming. That is insane.
It's fading. But JT goes for a bit of an all-in here. He wants answers. They re-smoke on the doors. Flash and push.
At the same time, they just smoke CT on A. So they're trying to sell a fake, trying to force a rotation. But the position of Hauser means they know it's not going to be the A play.
Grim anti-flash with a liege on the ledge. Floppy joins JT. Molly, awkward indeed. Floppy backing away, perhaps they overlook him. It's JT safe, spreads now. He'll be down to 4 HP, gets away from the flames, and nice from Elige onto Twists, a double from the mid-hold. And Rain, he can't get anything done. Elige secures it with a triple. The first of 3 tests passed.
Yeah, we're flying colors as well, Alex. Great assertion there towards the B lane, smoking off the double doors, flash through, pushing the cave, getting control. And it's Elige who's been so great in his position time and time again. Beautiful shots. Another triple kill. He poses 30th frag. They can still do this. 2 more rounds would be enough.
Hauser's going back to A. Cave smoke. Rops has got a deeper variation, telling of B pressure. They finished it with pistols on this side of the map. Maybe they can do it with rifles.
Yeah, it's a full-up execution, Chad. You're dead on.
Here we go.
Charging through. Karrigan and Rain, they've already kicked open the door. Down goes JT, still takes 1. It's Elige, he needs this one. Flash is good,
flash.
He's so blind. Rain gets away, good moves. Oh dear, there's only 2 of them left. And Halzerk, he's been the difference maker, but this time it's Rain as Halzerk meets his maker. And Grim alone as FaZe Clan.
I've heard him. It's done.
It's certainly done! Breathes that in. A sound he'll never grow tired of. FaZe Clan, quiet this year, but coming into the new game with new vibrations.
Oh, the fire in the belly. The motivation reignited. Counter-Strike 2 returns FaZe Clan back to the winning ways. Their second title of 2023. The second IEM Sydney for Rain, Twists, and Karrigan. What a performance.
What a grand final. Throughout the playoffs, we had nothing but 2-0s, blowouts across the board. And we get to the grand final, and we are given an absolute gift here. Some of the best Counter-Strike you're ever going to watch. Amazing scenes here, fantastic performance.
Sydney, put your hands together. You're champions of IEM Sydney 2023. It's FaZe